that max taste just to free your thirst. So come on, hella ice cold, taste so bold. Feeling, living, shivering, giving, winning when we loving. Pepsi, can't get enough. Bold living, always loving. Pepsi, Pepsi. Bold living, always loving. Pepsi, Pepsi. Count our airways, places together.
तीन तो लगेंगे, घर भर के जब कपड़े धुलेंगे।
10 वाले 3 तो लगेंगे।
अब लगेगा सिर्फ एक 3 से बेहतरीन नया एरियल बीट्स,
जिसमें है 3 10 वाले सैशों के बराबर पाउडर, यानी 10 रुपए की बचत। अब से
एक लगेगा, बस एक लगेगा, 3 से बेहतर बस एक लगेगा।
3 से बेहतरीन
एक एरियल बीट्स।
भाभी, ईद की दावत का तो मजा ही आ गया। थैंक यू। वैसे क्या क्या बनाया डॉक्टर बहू ने? जॉब से उसे फुर्सत मिल गई थी ये सब कुछ बनाने की? मेरी डॉक्टर बहू ने आज मरीजों को सेहतियाब बनाया। उससे पहले सारी दावत का मेन्यू बनाया। और हाँ, वो बहुत मजेदार शामी कबाब बनाए। निहारी मैंने बनाई और टिक्के मेरे बेटे। अरे खाला, आप मीठा ट्राई करें ना, ये हम सब ने बनाया। खाना बनाना किसी एक का काम तो नहीं, शान खुशियां चखिए।
Devon Conway's bat being a left-hander, and Bubba Azam has backed it up with 2 slips. Doesn't have to swing a lot, just enough. Just enough. And that's a good run. Good positive running from Devon Conway. Outstanding against Australia on this pitch. Wonderfully controlled innings to set it up. Maria Rasmus has been in the game, shall we say, right from ball 2 really, and his partner is Richard Illingworth, standing in his 27th T20, and we've already heard the voice of Richard Kettleborough, who is the TV umpire. He's been busy. Glenn Phillips sits, waits for a while, he hopes. Well, that was an eventful first over. It's like that for the whole night. It could be fun. It's 6 for 1.
ओह शान, इस गर्मी ने तो शान ने गुस्ताखी कर दी है। फासला रखें वरना जाया हो जाएगा। आसमान भी आग बरसा रहा है। दिल तो चाह रहा है इसको घुमा घुमा के तू टेंशन ना ले, हवा आने दे। गर्मी भगा, ठंड रख, स्प्राइट।
मतलब डैंड्रफ वापस कल ही से शैम्पू किया था। सुपर सॉफ्ट बेस का बाकायदा इस्तेमाल शहर में, गाँव में, धूप में, छाँव में, घर में, सफर में और दफ्तर में सुपर का सॉफ्ट बेस मिला है। ये दूध का ताजा मजा है, नरम मुलायम और मीठा है। सबसे आगे सबसे ऊपर सुपर सॉफ्ट बेस है। सुपर दिखता है, बिकता है, आता है, जाता है, चाय का मजा ये उठाता है। इतना जुदा पे सबको ये पाता है।
दादा, एक चाय 2 सुपर सॉफ्ट बेक्स लाता है।
हम हैं, तुम है इसके मजे में, सब ही गुम है इसके मजे में। सबसे आगे सबसे ऊपर सुपर सॉफ्ट बेक्स है। सुपर सॉफ्ट बेक्स है। सुपर सॉफ्ट बेक्स है।
A fruity to begin with was I found myself chanting it's sublime. The first 2 balls, as we know, just takes a second, doesn't it? I think and make sure you can get your energy levels.
This poppin', got your mouth dropping, super tongue shocking, feel the taste rocking. Head first with the flavor burst, hit 'em with that max taste just to free your thirst. So come on, hella ice cold, taste so bold, feeling, living, shivering, giving, winning when we loving. Pepsi, can't get enough. Bold living, always loving. Pepsi, Pepsi, living, always loving. Pepsi, Pepsi.
40 plus, he's up around that 53, 54.
3 तो लगेंगे, घर भर के जब कपड़े धुलेंगे।
10 वाले 3 तो लगेंगे।
अब लगेगा सिर्फ एक 3 से बेहतरीन नया एरियल बीन्स,
जिसमें है 3 10 वाले सैशों के बराबर पाउडर, यानी 10 रुपए की बचत। अब से
एक लगेगा, बस एक लगेगा, 3 से बेहतर बस एक लगेगा।
3 से बेहतरीन
एक एरियल बीन्स।
भाभी, ईद की दावत का तो मजा ही आ गया। थैंक यू। वैसे क्या क्या बनाया डॉक्टर बहू ने? जॉब से उसे फुर्सत मिल गई थी ये सब कुछ बनाने की। मेरी डॉक्टर बहू ने आज मरीजों को सेहतियाब बनाया। उससे पहले सारी दावत का मेन्यू बनाया। और हाँ, वो बहुत मजेदार शामी कबाब बनाए। निहारी मैंने बनाई और टिक्के मेरे बेटे ने। अरे खाला, आप मीठा ट्राई करें ना, ये हम सब ने बनाया। खाना बनाना किसी एक का काम तो नहीं, शान खुशियाँ चखिए।
It shows that the ball's not really coming on that quickly, but he was able to just wait enough to pick the gap on the leg side.
92 against Australia, Devon Conway. Fine leg is up inside the circle, which also tends to suggest there's not a heap of pace here. Going back to the stumps. Oh my goodness! He was setting off for a run until he looked around.
It's been brilliant, hasn't it? I think the interesting thing here with Devon Conway, the ball before, great hands on the pull shot, then looking for the drop and run. Was eyes up to say, can I make it? And then all of a sudden, where's the ball? Another sticker, and those bails might have come off. That's where he got nervous, wasn't it? Is it? Will it? No. Phew.
Well, this will be a great angle. I can tell you, a great angle. That is so close. So close. Slip has gone out. Mid-wicket has gone in for that slower pace. On the charge, Conway. Could run away again for the second boundary of the over, it does. It's 14 for 1 after 2.
दें हमारा साथ, हर बच्चा चैन से सोएगा, बीमारी से दूर रहेगा। डेंगू के खिलाफ पाकिस्तान के। ओह शान, इस गर्मी ने तो शान में गुस्ताखी कर दी है। फासला रखें वरना जाया हो जाएगा। आसमान भी आग बरसा रहा है, दिल तो चाह रहा है इसको घुमा घुमा के। तू टेंशन ना ले, हवा आने दे। गर्मी भगा, ठंड रख, स्प्राइट।
सुपर लाया, सुपर सॉफ्ट बेक्स। शहर में, गांव में, धूप में, छाँव में, घर में, सफर में और दफ्तर में सुपर का सॉफ्ट बेक्स मिला है। दूध का ताजा मजा है, मुलायम और मीठा है, सबसे आगे सबसे ऊपर सुपर सॉफ्ट बेक्स केक है। सुपर बिकता है आता है जाता है, चाहे का मजा ये उठाता है, इतना जुदा दे सबको ये पाता है।
दादा, एक चाय 2 सुपर सॉफ्ट बेक्स लाता है।
हम हैं तुम है इसके मजे में, सब ही गुम है इसके मजे में, सबसे आगे सबसे ऊपर सुपर सॉफ्ट बेक्स केक है। सुपर सॉफ्ट बेक्स केक है, सुपर सॉफ्ट बेक्स केक है।
With the ball not arriving, it is good timing, but chase to the fence. Find the right length because of the nature of the surface.
This poppin', got your mouth dropping, super tongue shocking, feel the taste rocking. Head first with the flavor burst, hit 'em with that next taste just to free your thirst. So come on, hella ice cold, taste so bold, been a living shiver, giving, winning when we loving Pepsi. Can't get enough, bold living, always loving Pepsi. Bold living, always loving Pepsi.
Not be that easy to drive on this pitch.
3 तो लगेंगे, घर भर के जब कपड़े धुलेंगे।
10 वाले 3 तो लगेंगे।
अब लगेगा सिर्फ एक 3 से बेहतरीन नया एरियल बीन्स,
जिसमें है 3 10 वाले सैशों के बराबर पाउडर, यानी 10 रुपए की बचत। अब से
लगेगा बस एक लगेगा, 3 से बेहतर बस एक लगेगा।
3 से बेहतरीन
एक एरियल बीन्स।
भाभी, ईद की दावत का तो मजा ही आ गया। थैंक यू। वैसे क्या क्या बनाया डॉक्टर बहू ने? जॉब से उसे फुर्सत मिल गई थी ये सब कुछ बनाने की। मेरी डॉक्टर बहू ने आज मरीजों की सेहतियाब बनाया। उससे पहले सारी दावत का मेन्यू बनाया, और हाँ, वो बहुत मजेदार शामी कबाब बनाए। निहारी मैंने बनाई और टिक्के मेरे बेटे ने। अरे खाला, आप मीठा ट्राई करें ना, ये हम सब ने बनाया। खाना बनाना किसी एक का काम तो नहीं, शान, खुशियां चख लो।
On the charge, Conway, just a single down the backward square leg. The longest boundary in terms of the square boundaries.
You want to be bowling pretty full and pretty straight. The shorter opportunity for the batters is square of the wicket, so you want to be on the fuller side rather than bang it in, but it is quite a slow track, so short of length might just work as it holds up in the surface.
Trademark Williamson. Even Conway's been in pretty good form in this tournament. A little bit out of sorts last game against Ireland.
ओह शान, इस गर्मी ने तो शान ने गुस्ताखी कर दी है। फासला रखें वरना जाया हो जाएगा। आसमान भी आग बरसा रहा है। दिल तो चाह रहा है इसको घुमा घुमा के तू टेंशन ना ले, हवा ले दे। गर्मी भगा, ठंड रख, स्प्राइट।
After the power play.
Big Green Super Laya, Super Soft Bakes.
Just 5 from the over, 19 for 1.
सफर में और दफ्तर में सुपर का सॉफ्ट बेक्स मिला है। ताजा मजा है, नरम मुलायम और मीठा है। सबसे आगे सबसे ऊपर सुपर सॉफ्ट बेक्स केक है। सुपर दिखता है आता है जाता है, चाय का मजा ये उठाता है। इतना जुदा के सबको ये पाता है।
दादा, एक चाय 2 सुपर सॉफ्ट बेक्स लाता है।
हम हैं तुम है इसके मजे में, सब ही गुम है इसके मजे में। सबसे आगे सबसे ऊपर सुपर सॉफ्ट बेक्स केक है। सुपर सॉफ्ट बेक्स केक है। सुपर सॉफ्ट बेक्स केक है। सुपर,
क्योंकि वीट से मुझे मिले।
Your mouth dropping, super tongue shocking, feel the taste rocking. Head first with the flavor burst, hit 'em with that max taste just to free your thirst. So come on, hella ice cold, taste so bold. Been a living, shiver, giving, winning when we love and Pepsi. Can't get enough. Bold living, always loving Pepsi. Bold living, always loving Pepsi.
But साहब का admit हो, normally
तीन तो लगेंगे, घर भर के जब कपड़े धुलेंगे।
10 वाले 3 तो लगेंगे।
अब लगेगा सिर्फ एक 3 से बेहतरीन नया एरियल बीन्स,
जिसमें है 3 10 वाले सैशों के बराबर पाउडर, यानी 10 रुपए की बचत। अब से
लगेगा बस एक लगेगा, 3 से बेहतर बस एक लगेगा।
3 से बेहतरीन
एक एरियल बीन्स।
भाभी, ईद की दावत का तो मजा ही आ गया। थैंक यू। वैसे क्या क्या बनाया डॉक्टर बहू ने? जॉब से उसे फुर्सत मिल गई थी ये सब कुछ बनाने की। मेरी डॉक्टर बहू ने आज मरीजों की सेहतियाब बनाया। उससे पहले सारी दावत का मेन्यू बनाया, और हाँ, वो बहुत मजेदार शामी कबाब बनाए। निहारी मैंने बनाई और तिक्के मेरे बेटे ने। अरे खाला, आप मीठा ट्राई करें ना, ये हम सब ने बनाया। खाना बनाना किसी एक का काम तो नहीं, शान खुशियाँ चखिए।
88% catching percentage. Pakistan 78, but moments like that, Shadab Khan in the field could make a huge difference. This ball was travelling, it was really skipping across the surface here at the SCG. It was a beautifully timed shot from Kane Williamson. He probably thought he had all four to his name until the big dive came out and play. And that's what I love about Kane Williamson too. He had the drive in the air the over before, and all of a sudden so quickly he adjusts and he gets his hands into play, playing it a little bit later. When he's playing it this late, this is good signs for New Zealand. Had a slow start to the tournament, but in the last two innings, particularly against pace, he's really ramped things up. This is the side-on shot that I'm talking about there, right underneath his eyes. Wonderful control.
Now, Kane Williamson is still not happy with what's going on, and these two men just walked straight in front of the sight screen down here, and as Williamson was taking strike, they're oblivious to the fact that there's a game of cricket going on, it seems. Crazy.
Class act, higher average against spin. He'll face a lot of spin today, very secure against high pace, so it's quite set up against this Pakistani attack.
He's got a good record against Devon Conway as Harris Ralph. He's bowled 27 balls to him up until this confrontation. Conway's got 29 runs, but he's got him out 4 times. Man of the match against New Zealand in the last World Cup. 4 wickets in that match, Harris Ralph.
Now, where do you want to hit him? You want him to hit him down the ground, or just be able to work it leg side with fine leg in the circle.
Harris Ralph will be feeling very much at home here too. A reminder, he has been playing in the Big Bash for the Melbourne Stars, so has played across all the venues here in Australia. What a fan base he has as well. I think he'll have a few Aussies cheering him on tonight as well.
Still, Kane Williamson is distracted. And this is not on. Absolutely not on. Match of this importance, they've got to sort that stuff out.
But Smithy, have you ever been to a game where there's no problems with the side screen? Any game?
No, never. You're right. You're right, Baz. It's like, have you ever been to an airport that's completely finished? No. 4 overs gone, 23.
आपका फेवरेट सनसिल्क शैम्पू अब हुआ और भी बेहतर, जो दी आपको शाइनी, घने और खूबसूरत बाल नए सनसिल्क सुपर मिक्स के साथ।
वर्ल्ड कप है तो तमाशा तो पूरा पाकिस्तान देखेगा। आज ही मंथली मैक्स सब्सक्राइब करो और तमाशा ऐप पर लाइव क्रिकेट देखो मस्त होके। तमाशा मस्त वॉच।
Bank Islami, serving you the right way.
गोल्डन पर्ल ब्यूटी क्रीम, हुस्ने जाना की तारीफ मुमकिन नहीं।
Let's one expert, pump it out. Let's one expert, catch your eye. Let's one expert, do it right. We are enjoying the game tonight.
थोड़ा ट्रस्ट तो मस्ट है।
मगर थोड़ा ट्रस्ट तो मस्ट है। मगर थोड़ा ट्रस्ट
soup noodles, now available in pack of 4.
Good call from Kane Williamson. Let's just relive that special night for Devon Conway against Australia. Beautifully paced, batted right through the innings and made sure New Zealand would get a formidable target, 92 not out, and they did, a winning target.
You enjoyed that, didn't you, Smitty?
Loved it, Mel. Loved it. It's another fine piece of fielding. They are on fire tonight, Pakistan, inside that circle, Mel.
It's brilliant, isn't it? You have to own the inner circle. The ball skips across this surface so quickly that you've got to be in a power position. You've got to expect the ball to come to you. And you've got to be ready to put your body on the line. That's exactly what Haris Rauf has done right here. Saved 3 runs.
Yeah, first Shadab, now Haris Rauf, so certainly that part is sorted. I've just got a stat for you, Smitty. There's going to be an appeal, is it? And he's done it safely in. So across formats, men's World Cup formats, this is the 20th one. So look at his throw, it's directly hit the stumps, but well in. Australia, Pakistan, New Zealand have played in 12 semi-finals each. That is the most for all countries, and they've been very consistent in white ball cricket. The only problem is that in semi-finals, the kryptonite for New Zealand is Pakistan.
Taking you nearly 5 overs to remind me.
Yeah, just let it breathe a little.
The 29th match between New Zealand and Pakistan, the most between 2 men's teams in T20 internationals. The next is England against Pakistan, so Pakistan do get a fair diet of T20 international cricket. It's fair to say.
I might have to jump in and just separate you guys before there gets any argy-bargy in the commentary box. But that's the brilliance of T20 World Cup cricket or World Cup cricket at all, isn't it? You start to build these rivalries. And I think Kane Williamson will be just saying it's history. It's been in the past. We're going to shift things up a little bit tonight.
Boundaries have dried up. New Zealand desperately need a boundary. An extra bounce there. So Pakistan doing a fine job at the moment, restricting and threatening. 5.
टेलीनॉर के साथ अब कम में मोर से ज्यादा फायदा उठाओ। 2500 MB फेसबुक प्लस व्हाट्सएप इन ओनली ₹60। ऑफर एक्टिवेट करो और रहो नॉन स्टॉप कनेक्टेड।
ओह शान, इस गर्मी ने तो शान ने गुस्ताखी कर दी है। फासला रखें वरना जाया हो जाएगा। आसमान भी आग बरसा रहा है। दिल तो चाह रहा है इसको घुमा घुमा के तू टेंशन ना ले, हवा आने दे। गर्मी भगा, ठंड रख, स्प्राइट।
Big Screen Super लाया, सुपर सॉफ्ट बेट्स।
शहर में, गांव में, धूप में, छाँव में, घर में, सफर में और दफ्तर में सुपर का सॉफ्ट बेक्स मिला है। ये दूध का ताजा मजा है, मुलायम और मीठा है, सबसे आगे सबसे ऊपर सुपर सॉफ्ट बेक्स। एक है सुपर, दिखता है आता है जाता है जाएगा मजा ये उठाता है इतना जुदा पे सबको ये पाता है
दादा एक चाय 2 सुपर सॉफ्ट बेक्स लाता है।
हमने तुम है इसके मजे में सब ही गुम है इसके मजे में सबसे आगे सबसे ऊपर सुपर सॉफ्ट बेक्स एक है सुपर सुपर सॉफ्ट बेक्स एक है सुपर सुपर सॉफ्ट बेक्स एक है सुपर
And executed superbly.
Your mouth dropping, super tongue shocking, feel the taste rocking. Let it rock. Head first with the flavor burst, hit 'em with that max taste just to free your thirst. So come on, hella ice cold, taste so bold. Been a living, shiver, giving, winning when we love and Pepsi. Can't get enough. Bold living, always loving Pepsi, Pepsi. Bold living, always loving Pepsi, Pepsi.
तीन तो लगेंगे घर भर के जब कपड़े धुलेंगे
10-10 वाले तीन तो लगेंगे।
अब लगेगा सिर्फ एक 3 से बेहतरीन नया एरियल बीन्स,
जिसमें है 3 10 वाले सैशों के बराबर पाउडर, यानी 10 रुपए की बचत। अब से
एक लगेगा बस एक लगेगा 3 से बेहतर बस एक लगेगा
3 से बेहतरीन
एक एरियल बीन्स।
भाभी ईद की दावत का तो मजा ही आ गया। थैंक यू। वैसे क्या क्या बनाया डॉक्टर बहू ने? जॉब से उसे फुर्सत मिल गई थी ये सब कुछ बनाने की। मेरी डॉक्टर बहू ने आज मरीजों को सेहतियाब बनाया। उससे पहले सारी दावत का मेन्यू बनाया। और हाँ, तो बहुत मजेदार शामी कबाब बनाए। निहारी मैंने बनाई और टिक्के मेरे बेटे ने। अरे खाला, आप मीठा ट्राई करें ना, ये हम सब ने बनाया। खाना बनाना किसी एक का काम तो नहीं, शान खुशियाँ चखिए।
Expect it is a little bit different, and it's the lack of grass. The grass is often the bit that gets the ball to stand steeply, gets the ball to carry through. This surface devoid of grass. It's comfortably behind that popping crease, Bish. No chance of a free hit.
It's a really good habit to have, and we've noticed that about Harris Ralph and 1 or 2 others for a long time. Free hit can be so destabilizing for a bowler, for a team. I want to see how Conway takes on the middle overs. He plays spin well. Look how far behind he is. For me, that's a lot of margin for error. Can they finish this over strong? Usually a tough over to bowl when there's a set batter. Last over of the power play. That will be referred. Pakistan think they've got their man. Shadab is amongst the best.
Yeah, brilliant bit of fielding.
Director, we have an umpire review for run out at the bowler's end. Can I have your best side on angle, please? Copy, Gavin. I'm ready with my decision for the big screen.
Yeah, you could see by the reaction, Conway, as he ran past the stumps, he hit his pad because he thought he could just be short.
पाकिस्तान में पहली बार इंस्टेंट नूडल्स अब सॉसेस के साथ। ट्राई करो शूप सॉसी।
न्यू नेस्कैफे क्लासिक। एम्बिशन का गियर लगा, नेस्कैफे का मग उठा, घूंट लगा और शुरू हो जा। जब नेस्कैफे मिले 15 रुपए में, तो अब रुकता कौन है?
अकाउंट खुलवाने के लिए बैंक जाने की क्या जरूरत है? UBL डिजिटल ऐप से करो स्ट्रेस को अवॉइड। ओपन योर UBL डिजिटल अकाउंट नाउ।
ओह शान, इस गर्मी ने तो शान में गुस्ताखी कर दी है। फासला रखें वरना जाया हो जाएगा। आसमान भी आग बरसा रहा है, दिल तो चाह रहा है इसको घुमा घुमा के तू टेंशन ना ले, हवा ले दे। गर्मी भगा, ठंड रख, स्प्राइट।
वाओ, डाउनलोड जिंदगी ऐप नाउ।
बिग ग्रीन सुपर लाया, सुपर सॉफ्ट बेक्स।
शहर में, गांव में, धूप में, छांव में, घर में, सफर में और दफ्तर में,
Enjoy coffee and on Saturdays and Sundays with cheers for accounts on Instagram.
और मीठा है सबसे आगे, सबसे ऊपर, सुपर सॉफ्ट बेक्स केक है सुपर। दिखता है, आता है, जाता है, चाय का मजा ये उठाता है, इतना जुदा के सबको ये पाता है।
दादा, एक चाय 2 सुपर सॉफ्ट बेक्स लाता है।
इसके मजे में सब ही गुम है, इसके मजे में सबसे आगे, सबसे ऊपर, सुपर सॉफ्ट बेक्स केक है सुपर सॉफ्ट बेक्स केक है सुपर सॉफ्ट बेक्स केक है सुपर।
डैंड्रफ और ड्राई स्कैल्प को
Your mouth dropping, super tongue shocking, feel the taste rocking. Let it rock. Head first with the flavor burst, hit 'em with that max taste just to free your thirst. So come on, hella ice cold, taste so bold. Been a living, shiver, giving, winning when we loving. Pepsi, can't get it love. Bold living, always loving. Pepsi, Pepsi, living, always loving. Pepsi, Pepsi.
got to do, Bush Polly. I think if you need to preserve your wicket, you
तीन तो लगेंगे, घर भर के जब कपड़े धुलेंगे।
10 वाले तीन तो लगेंगे।
अब लगेगा सिर्फ एक 3 से बेहतरीन नया एरियल बीन्स,
जिसमें है 3 10 वाले सैशों के बराबर पाउडर, यानी 10 रुपए की बचत। अब से
एक लगेगा, बस एक लगेगा, 3 से बेहतर बस एक लगेगा।
3 से बेहतरीन
एक एरियल बीन्स।
भाभी, ईद की दावत का तो मजा ही आ गया। थैंक यू। वैसे क्या क्या बनाया डॉक्टर बहू ने? जॉब से उसे फुर्सत मिल गई थी ये सब कुछ बनाने की। मेरी डॉक्टर बहू ने आज मरीजों को सेहतियाब बनाया। उससे पहले सारी दावत का मेन्यू बनाया। और हाँ, वो बहुत मजेदार शामी कबाब बनाए। निहारी मैंने बनाई और टिक्के मेरे बेटे ने। अरे खाला, आप मीठा ट्राई करें ना, ये हम सब ने बनाया। खाना बनाना किसी एक का काम तो नहीं, शान, खुशियाँ चख लो।
I agree with you, Dooley. Put your body on the line, everything you possibly can to get over that line to make your ground. Shababi started a little bit wide of the off stump to the right-handers. He wanted to try and be as straight as possible, even with his variations. The boundary off the over, just 6 from it though, 44 for 2.
Let's one expert, pump it up. Let's one expert, catch your line. Let's one expert, do it right. We are enjoying the game tonight.
टेलेनॉर दे रहा है इजी कार्ड 180।
ओह शान, इस गर्मी ने तो शान ने गुस्ताखी कर दी है। फासला रखें वरना जाया हो जाएगा। आसमान भी आग बरसा रहा है, दिल तो चाह रहा है इसको घुमा घुमा के तू टेंशन ना ले, हवा ले दे। गर्मी भगा, ठंड रख, स्प्राइट।
नीम और टी ट्री ऑयल का डुअल एक्शन,
सुपर सॉफ्ट बेक्स,
लीविंग द स्किन परफेक्टली गोल्डन कर्ल एक्टिव।
शहर में, गांव में, धूप में, छांव में, घर में, सफर में और दफ्तर में, सुपर का सॉफ्ट बेक्स मिला है। दूध का ताजा मजा है, नरम मुलायम और मीठा है, सबसे आगे, सबसे ऊपर, सुपर सॉफ्ट बेक्स केक है सुपर। दिखता है, आता है, जाता है, चाय का मजा ये उठाता है, इतना जुदा के सबको ये पता है
दादा एक चाय 2 सुपर शॉर्ट बेक्स लाता है
हम हैं इसके मजे में सब ही गुम है इसके मजे में सबसे आगे सबसे ऊपर सुपर सॉफ्ट एक है सुपर सॉफ्ट एक है सुपर सॉफ्ट एक है सुपर
dot deliveries. He's often in this range. Through for singles, connect the two.
Got your mouth dropping, super tongue shocking, feel the taste rocking. Head first with the flavor burst, hit 'em with that next taste just to free your thirst. Come on, hella ice cold, taste so bold. Been a living, shiver, giving, winning when we loving Pepsi. Can't get enough. Bold living, always loving Pepsi, Pepsi. Bold living, always loving Pepsi, Pepsi.
तीन तो लगेंगे घर भर के जब कपड़े धुलेंगे 10-10 वाले तीन तो लगेंगे
अब लगेगा सिर्फ एक 3 से बेहतरीन नया एरियल बीन्स,
जिसमें है 3 10 वाले सैशों के बराबर पाउडर, यानी 10 रुपए की बचत। अब से
एक लगेगा बस एक लगेगा 3 से बेहतर बस एक लगेगा
3 से बेहतरीन
एक एरियल बीन्स।
भाभी ईद की दावत का तो मजा ही आ गया। थैंक यू। वैसे क्या क्या बनाया डॉक्टर बहू ने? जॉब से उसे फुर्सत मिल गई थी ये सब कुछ बनाने की? मेरी डॉक्टर बहू ने आज मरीजों को सेहतियाब बनाया। उससे पहले सारी दावत का मेन्यू बनाया और हाँ वो बहुत मजेदार शामी कबाब बनाए। निहारी मैंने बनाई और टिक्के मेरे बेटे ने। अरे खाला आप मीठा ट्राई करें ना, ये हम सब ने बनाया। खाना बनाना किसी एक का काम तो नहीं, शान खुशियाँ चख लो।
Salman Dool, Iftikhar is fielding in front of you there. It's quite interesting. He's situated maybe 15-20 metres off the boundary ropes, almost like it's impossible or New Zealand aren't going to take him on.
Yeah, it looks a bit that way to me, Polly. I think you're right, maybe 10 metres at least off the boundary. Iftikhar, number 95, mid-wicket, is the same, maybe 10 to 15 metres off. I can see long off, maybe about 6 or 7 metres off the boundary rope as well. So they're obviously saying, take us on if you like. There's a little carrot there for the New Zealand batters. Gone. Another caught and bowled, and that is a brilliant piece of bowling and a good wicket again for Pakistan, and a big blow with...
पाकिस्तान में पहली बार इंस्टेंट नूडल्स अब सॉसेस के साथ। ट्राई करो शूप सॉसी।
न्यू नेस्कफे क्लासिक एम्बिशन का गियर लगा, नेस्कफे का मग उठा, घूंट लगा और शुरू हो जा। जब नेस्कफे मिले 15 रुपए में तो अब रुकता कौन है?
मैच में एक्साइटमेंट और प्यास का पारा हाई। यहाँ नेचुरल स्ट्रोक्स के साथ फ्रूटियो के नेचुरल मैंगो टेस्ट ने लगा दिया मौके पे चौका। क्रिकेट की सेलिब्रेशन विद फ्रूटियो सेंसेशन।
अकाउंट खुलवाने के लिए बैंक जाने की क्या जरूरत है? UBL डिजिटल ऐप से करो स्ट्रेस को अवॉइड। ओपन योर UBL डिजिटल अकाउंट नाउ।
टपाल दानेदार, दे बेहतरीन रंग, खुशबू और जायका, तो फिर चलती रहे तुम, मैं और एक कप चाय। टपाल दानेदार।
क्रिकेट है तो लेज है।
Let's one Xbox, pump it up. Let's one Xbox, catch your line. Let's one Xbox, do it right. Be out, enjoy the game tonight.
जिंदगी से शेयर्स खरीदो और बेचो, प्रॉफिट बनाओ, पैसे कमाते जाओ। स्टॉक ट्रेडिंग इतनी सिंपल। वाओ, डाउनलोड जिंदगी ऐप नाउ।
The two spinners have removed 2 of New Zealand's better players of slow bowling.
You can see that delivery just hitting as though it's angling towards middle leg and then just purchases in the surface, leading edge. Good caught and bowled. Such an important time if these two spinners found their rhythm and get through the overs quickly. All of a sudden they're under immense pressure on New Zealand.
Absolutely. I wonder how this sets up for later in this game with New Zealand's spinners Santner and Sodhi. Yeah, they believe now. It was dicey at one point during the Super 12s. But Netherlands opened the door. Pakistan walked through, and they're here in the semis. Simon Dole, what do you make of Pakistan's performance so far with the ball?
I think they've been brilliant, Bish, Polly. I go back to that first game against India. They conceded 160 in that first game of the tournament for them against India. They obviously lost that game, which would have hurt a lot. Since then, the most that any side has got another opportunity there, another one. This is a miss. Shan Masood this time with a shy at the bowler's end. I think Daryl Mitchell maybe felt he was a little bit tight, putting in the hard ones. Oh, wow. Would have been really tight. Shan Masood thought he might have been out. Since then, they have been absolutely brilliant. The Netherlands 91 for 9. Just the bowling attack has not conceded more than 130 in any game since that second game of the tournament. I think that's been the key for Pakistan. Their batting hasn't quite fired. It may not need to fire so well again tonight because of the simple fact their bowlers.
आपका फेवरेट सनसिल्क शैम्पू अब हुआ और भी बेहतर, जो दे आपको शाइनी, घने और खूबसूरत बाल। नए सनसिल्क सुपर मिक्स के साथ।
टपाल दानेदार, दे बेहतरीन रंग, खुशबू और जायका।
ओह शान, इस गर्मी ने तो शान ने गुस्ताखी कर दी है। फासला रखें वरना जाया हो जाएगा। आसमान भी आग बरसा रहा है। दिल तो चाह रहा है इसको घुमा घुमा के तू टेंशन ना ले, हवा आने दे। गर्मी भगा, ठंड रख, स्प्राइट।
Big Green Super लाया, Super Soft Bakes।
शहर में, गाँव में, छाँव में, घर में, सफर में और दफ्तर में सुपर का सॉफ्ट बेक्स मिला है। ताज़ा मज़ा है, मुलायम और मीठा है। सबसे आगे, सबसे ऊपर सुपर सॉफ्ट बेक्स है। बिकता है, आता है, जाता है, चाय का मजा ये उठाता है। इतना जुदा के सबको ये साता है।
एक चाय 2 सुपर सॉफ्ट बेक्स लाता है।
हम हैं, तुम है इसके मजे में, सब ही गुम है इसके मजे में। सबसे आगे, सबसे ऊपर सुपर सॉफ्ट बेक्स एक है। सुपर सॉफ्ट बेक्स एक है। सुपर सॉफ्ट बेक्स एक है। सुपर
grass, so the ball not bouncing as much. Trying against the spin.
Got your mouth dropping, super tongue shocking, feel the taste rocking. Head first with the flavor burst, hit 'em with that max taste just to free your thirst. So come on, hella ice cold, taste so bold. Been a living, shiver, giving, winning when we loving Pepsi. Can't get enough. Bold living, always loving Pepsi. Bold living, always loving Pepsi.
Spin.
तीन तो लगेंगे, घर भर के जब कपड़े धुलेंगे। 10 वाले 3 तो लगेंगे।
अब लगेगा सिर्फ एक 3 से बेहतरीन नया एरियल बीज,
जिसमें है 3 10 वाले सैशों के बराबर पाउडर, यानी 10 रुपए की बचत। अब से
एक लगेगा, बस एक लगेगा। 3 से बेहतर बस एक लगेगा।
3 से बेहतरीन
एक एरियल बीज।
भाभी, ईद की दावत का तो मजा ही आ गया। थैंक यू। वैसे क्या क्या बनाया डॉक्टर बहू ने? जॉब से उसे फुर्सत मिल गई थी ये सब कुछ बनाने की। मेरी डॉक्टर बहू ने आज मरीजों को सेहतियाब बनाया। उससे पहले सारी दावत का मेन्यू बनाया। और हाँ, वो बहुत मजेदार शामी कबाब बनाए। निहारी मैंने बनाई और टिक्के मेरे बेटे ने। अरे खाला, आप मीठा ट्राई करें ना, ये हम सब ने बनाया। खाना बनाना किसी एक का काम तो नहीं, शान खुशियां चख लो।
Looking at the coverage on the boundary in particular. New Zealand have been very good in the last 10 overs of the innings in this tournament. See how they go. And come back for a couple.
All the best, boys. Come on, Pakistan. Let's do this.
Let's do this, champs. You guys make us proud as a nation.
मैच की टेंशन अब भूख भी, जितनी विकेट जरूरी उतना ही जरूरी। बर्गर प्राइस के साथ टोमेटो केचप और शंग्रीला केचप ने डेथ को कर दिया क्लीन बॉल। क्रिकेट और स्नैक्स का मैचअप, शंग्रीला टोमेटो केचप।
महक प्यार की।
अब गाड़ियों की डिटेल्स के लिए टाइम वेस्ट मत करो ब्रो। Scan your favorite car on the go with UBL Digital app and apply for an auto loan right away. Download UBL Digital app now.
हेलो हेयर एंटी डैंड्रफ शैम्पू प्लस कंडीशनर। इसमें मौजूद मिंट और टी ट्री ऑयल डैंड्रफ और ड्राई स्कैल्प को ट्रीट करें और बालों को रिफ्रेश। मीट द न्यू यू।
पाकिस्तान में पहली बार इंस्टेंट नूडल्स अब सॉसेस के साथ। ट्राई करो शूप सॉसी।
बैंक इस्लामी, serving you the right way.
याद रखना, कामयाब तो बहुत होते हैं, पर जो इसका हक अदा करते हैं वही असल लेजेंड कहलाते हैं।
कैडबरी डेयरी मिल्क, कुछ अच्छा हो जाए, कुछ मीठा हो जाए।
दाने दाने पे लिखा है पीने वाले का नाम।
चिकन स्पेशलिस्ट। वर्ल्ड कप है तो तमाशा तो पूरा पाकिस्तान देखेगा। आज ही मंथली मैक्स सब्सक्राइब करो और तमाशा ऐप पर लाइव क्रिकेट देखो मस्त होके। तमाशा मस्त वॉच।
टेलीनॉर के साथ अब कम में मोर से ज्यादा फायदा उठाओ। 2500 MB फेसबुक प्लस व्हाट्सएप इन ओनली ₹60। ऑफर एक्टिवेट करो और रहो नॉन स्टॉप कनेक्टेड।
Let's one Xbox, pump it up. Let's one Xbox, catch your eye. Let's one Xbox, do it right. We are enjoying the game tonight.
Enjoy 40% off on Fridays, Saturdays and Sundays with JS credit cards on Food Panda.
बेहतर वैल्यू, बेहतर सवारी, करीब।
जिंदगी से अपनी सेविंग्स म्यूचुअल फंड्स में लगाओ, बेस्ट रिटर्न पाते जाओ। इन्वेस्टमेंट इतनी सिंपल, वाओ। डाउनलोड जिंदगी ऐप नाउ।
थम सके ना जो बने वो तूफान, आजा बने वो तूफान। सारा खून पसीना और ये जान
And continues. Might have hit that a little bit too firmly to get back for a second. And as has been the way throughout this innings, very slick fielding from Pakistan. Good evening, Dale Steyn.
Evening, Gilly. Yeah, Pakistan have been all over it tonight. Good fielding, good plans, good matchups. And this wicket's just kind of suiting them a little bit better. Normally skids on. Batting first here has been really good for the teams that have won the toss and batted first.
Upish into the gap. For a moment they thought they were in the game against Pakistan. New Zealand, Daryl Mitchell will benefit with a boundary. Oh, it's high risk stuff. It's all on the line tonight here at the Sydney Cricket Ground, and every delivery feels like a true contest.
A big, thick outside edge there by Daryl Mitchell. Finding the gap, luckily for him. Racing away for Fawn Rizwan. Not too pleased with that.
Will drag down into the gap. I think Williamson will get back for two. He will indeed. New Zealand in the second stanza of batting throughout this tournament, the final 10 overs, they've averaged 10.47 per over. So picking up about 100 runs or so, thereabouts. The best, they are the leader in this competition. That's it firmly, even more so into the gaps, and good fielding out in the deep again. They'll keep it to two. Harris Ralph out there receiving warm applause, and it was Shaheen Shah Afridi who provided the support. They're up for the contest tonight, Pakistan.
Fast bowlers working well in tandem here. Good dive that by Harris Ralph, making good meters on that boundary too. Daryl Mitchell walking across the stumps, showing a little bit of intent. Not quite ready for that delivery right now. Just a quick 360 view of what the batters are looking at right now. You can see that deep mid wickets, long on, there's 52 meters between them. Lots of. There we go. I was just talking about Daryl Mitchell trying to turn it on a little bit. He's come down the ground, he's met the ball on the half volley, back over the bowler's head for a little one bounce four.
Yeah, great batting, great batting. Waited until the leg spinner came up into his zone. A fraction of risk, but played so nicely straight down the ground, just holds shape. Just watch this bat swing, doesn't come across and drag it, try to drag it to the leg side. Beautifully executed. And nicely played. They'll push again for two, decide against it. So that's the over New Zealand needed. 14 runs from the 11th, 73 for
11 पर 11 नवंबर से पहले आइटम्स ऐड टू कार्ट करें और 2 लकी विनर्स जीतेंगे पूरी कार्ड एब्सोल्युटली फ्री, वो भी 5 लाख रुपए तक। सो ऐड टू कार्ट राइट नाउ।
थम सके ना जो बने वो तूफान, आजा बने वो तूफान। सारा खून पसीना और ये जान जुनून के नाम।
क्रिकेट है तो लेज है।
Let's one Xbox, pump it up. Let's one Xbox, catch your line. Let's one Xbox, do it right. We are enjoying the game tonight.
वर्ल्ड कप है तो तमाशा तो पूरा पाकिस्तान देखेगा। आज ही वीकली सुपर मैक्स सब्सक्राइब करो और तमाशा ऐप पर लाइव क्रिकेट देखो मस्त होके।
कैडबरी डेयरी मिल्क, कुछ अच्छा हो जाए, कुछ मीठा हो जाए।
He's got a job to do tonight. 24 now of 18 this partnership. So Naseem Shah from the Paddington end.
Certainly been a little bit of an acceleration by the New Zealanders since that drinks break. This is a previous over boundary. Daryl Mitchell walking across his stumps, but on this occasion coming down the wicket, needing the ball on the half volley, showing his intentions that he wants to score a little bit more quickly. New Zealand do like to score a lot faster in the last 10 overs, and this is a partnership that they want to extend all the way.
3 out and a deep on the leg side. Short, fine leg up in the circle. So much focus on the cricket pitch in any game of cricket, and this is what we're dealing with this evening. A little bit drier than perhaps the previous matches here. This is the 7th game of this World Cup here at this venue. Only 2 scores of 200 in the entire tournament, and they both happened here at the Sydney Cricket Ground. I think teams will have to lower their eyes a little bit on the scoreboard just due to that lack of grass. Really good crowd in. Great atmosphere. Denny Morrison down on the sideline. I just mentioned the atmosphere. It's a really healthy crowd come in, mate. It must be buzzing.
Sure is, gentlemen, and you'd expect that. Hey, it's an ICC World Cup and it's T20, but I'm just looking around. I've got to say there's quite a few more green shirts than there are the grey and the black ones, I have to say.
All firm blow into a gap. The chase on. Fielder will cut it off. Get back for two.
Yeah, and I just think about what Simon Doyle was chatting about, was that when you've got these guys, and I'm talking about Pakistan, that is, and I'm near the dugout as well, is that you introduce a foreign coach, and I think they've had a masterstroke here with a certain Matthew Hayden. And Gilly, I think most people would have seen that in the dugout and then also in the dressing room. And then when you think about it, you've got someone like Matty Hayden, and suddenly their performance turns around. Quite extraordinary. And so I like what I see, and I think these players like what they hear and see. So in Adelaide, it certainly did the trick.
Oh, I can't agree with you more. Yeah, Matthew Hayden, such a passionate cricketer, but he is committed wholeheartedly to this role. You see some assistant coaches who go there and just carry out the general coaching role, as Wasim Shah continues. Nicely whipped. Williamson will work hard here, and I think he will come back. Brilliant running, nice touch all round. I'll pick up on that in a moment.
All the best, boys. Come on, Pakistan. Let's do this.
Let's do this, champs. You guys make us proud as a nation.
टपाल दानेदार, दे बेहतरीन रंग, खुशबू और जायका, तो फिर चलती रहे तुम, मैं और एक कप चाय। टपाल दानेदार।
आपका फेवरेट सनसिल्क शैम्पू अब हुआ और भी बेहतर, जो दी आपको शाइनी, घने और खूबसूरत बाल। नई सनसिल्क सुपर मिक्स के साथ।
रिश्ते एतमाद की डोर से जुड़ते हैं, उन्हें मजबूत बनाने में हम आपके साथ हैं। बैंक इस्लामी, सर्विंग यू द राइट वे।
4 सैंडविचेस और 6 समोसे हैं तैयार से जश्न स्टैंड। शंग्रीला गार्लिक चिली ने उठाया पावर प्ले का फायदा और छुड़ा दिया मजे के छक्के। ये टेस्ट का मैच है बॉस, जीत गया शंग्रीला गार्लिक चिली सॉस।
मेट्रो कॉइल, खुशबू वाली, धुआं भी कम, चले भी ज्यादा। मेट्रो कॉइल, अब किस मच्छर में है दम।
Whack! Bang! He must have heard. He knew. It's time to get going. First 6 of the innings. The captain takes the lead.
This is a serious shot, this by Kane Williamson. Not a bad ball. Was him. Not a real bad ball, but Kane, there's been a bit of a momentum shift since the 10-over break. Kane Williamson eyeing out the first ball of the over. He wants to get a boundary early on. So now he can just knock it around to that big square boundary on the leg side. He can make this over into a 10, maybe a 12, even a 14-run over. This is the kind of start that New Zealand want to this over.
Oh, what's that hit? They like it. They're appealing. A little bit of uncertainty from behind the wicket. Unmoved. Umpire Erasmus. Big decision here for the captain. There's a lot of looking around, not a lot of conversation yet. And they go. They go upstairs.
TV umpire to director, we have a player review for LBW. Original decision is not out. Front foot checked, it's a fair delivery. If you can move on to front on spin vision, please. Keep that rolling through, please, Gavin. Okay, I'm just going to need to see Ultra Edge, Gav. See if there's any bat involved here, please. Keep that rolling through, please. Keep it rolling through. Keep it rolling through. Okay, we've got a flat line there. Keep it rolling through, please. I just want to make sure it doesn't clip the glove on the way through. Keep it going through. All the way through, please, Gav. Keep it going. Keep it going. Okay, no bat involved. We'll go to ball tracking when ready, please. Pitching outside off, impacting line, I'm missing the wickets. Ray, you can stay with your original decision and not out. You're on screen, signal now.
Well, as is protocol, you do need to check every possible mode of dismissal on these things. Don't think LB was ever really in the game, but making sure process is ticked off. And the New Zealand captain continues. Oh, good delivery. Perhaps sliding, maybe a run-out chance. Oh, so much action. Doesn't look like he's going to engage this time, Barbara Azam. It was a vicious delivery, but did it do too much?
It seemed like it's just starting to maybe get a bit of tail on it. Notice that Pakistan have been a lot of throws towards the stumps. That ball does get scuffed up, and this is exactly what they're looking for it to do. Just start to tail a little bit. That's very tight. It's extremely tight for them not to go for that DRS. Kane taking off and almost a run out too.
Yeah, they're hunting now. They sense that little bit of reverse. So just a single, just to settle things down for both teams. I'll just go back to Danny Morrison down on the sideline. Danny, I agree. I saw, as we see this, yeah, an edge. So good decision not to review from the Pakistan captain. A lot of people saw the social media of Matthew Hayden talking to the Pakistan team after that win against Bangladesh. I bumped into the team and Matthew in the airport the next morning, and I actually asked the players, did they know what he was talking about? It went for about 5 minutes. It was a long rant, but it was a passionate one where he showed how much he is engaged in this team and this campaign.
Yeah, and look, just to elaborate on that, guys, is that a lot of the modern players now, particularly in the last 10, 15 years or so, have played in that region because of franchise and because of T20 cricket. And you're right, Hayden has really, really, truly embraced. And you think about all the cricket he played there, and then even as a test player, transformed his game in terms of sweeping and adding to his game and becoming a more complete batter, was superb. And so he actually loves the Caribbean and he loves going to the subcontinent. We've had 13 and it's
पाकिस्तान में पहली बार इंस्टेंट नूडल्स अब सॉसेस के साथ ट्राई करो शूप सॉसी
Stay ahead of hair fall. Introducing new Set and Touch Hair Fall Solution Shampoo Plus Conditioner. The extraordinary touch. Set and Touch.
याद रखना, कामयाब तो बहुत होते हैं, पर जो इसका हक अदा करते हैं, वही असल लेजेंड कहलाते हैं।
अकाउंट खुलवाने के लिए बैंक जाने की क्या जरूरत है? UBL डिजिटल ऐप से करो स्ट्रेस को अवॉइड। Open your UBL digital account now.
मैच की टेंशन अब बुक भी, जितनी विकेट जरूरी उतना ही जरूरी। बर्गर प्राइस के साथ टोमेटो केचप और शंग्रीला केचप ने डेथ को कर दिया क्लीन बॉल। क्रिकेट और स्नैक्स का मैचअप शंग्रीला टोमेटो केचप।
Shadab Khan's been swung around. Hesitated early, but they decided to go. There was no uncertainty from Daryl Mitchell.
It's been good rotation of strike by New Zealand, taking lots of ones. Boundaries haven't come as frequently as they'd like, but the running between the wickets has been really good. Nice way to just keep the score ticking over, and when that boundary does come, they can turn those overs from 5 into 9s, 6s into 10s.
Sydney Cricket Ground, always traditionally linked with spin bowling in any format. And it's been a happy hunting ground for spinners, certainly by way of economy in this tournament. 6.8 is what they've economy rate has been at this ground. And perhaps even more effective tonight without that shade of grass across this playing surface. You can sense the tension just building over almost every ball. A game of chess through the middle period. And a big full toss not put away by Williamson.
You just get the feel something's going to happen now. 4 singles in this over. New Zealand have shown the intent of wanting to score quickly, and just get the feeling something could happen in the next 2 balls here, Gilly.
Something happens all right. Beautiful footwork from Daryl Mitchell. Heaves it straight down the ground. That's a lovely blow for New Zealand. There you could feel it. It's a 50 partnership. Dale Steyn. And just throws the weight back on the bowler.
Exactly what New Zealand wanted. It was hit or miss. Daryl Mitchell went for it. He got more than enough. That's sailed over the ropes for 6. 50-run partnership comes off 35 balls. Compliments to a couple boundaries in the last 2 or 3 overs.
And a dot ball to finish. So another productive over. 10 off it. 99 for 3 after 14, New Zealand.
Let's one expert. Pump it up. Let's one expert. Catch your line. Let's one expert. Do it right. We all enjoy the game tonight.
थम सके ना जो बने वो तूफान, आजा बने वो तूफान। मेरी जान, सारा खून पसीना और ये जान जनून के नाम। मेरी जान।
क्रिकेट है तो लेज है। बेहतर वैल्यू, बेहतर सवारी, करीब।
कैडबरी डेयरी मिल्क, कुछ अच्छा हो जाए, कुछ मीठा हो जाए।
याद रखना, कामयाब तो बहुत होते हैं, पर जो इसका हक अदा करते हैं वही असल लेजेंड कहलाते हैं।
जिंदगी से शेयर्स खरीदो और बेचो, प्रॉफिट बनाओ, पैसे कमाते जाओ। स्टॉक ट्रेडिंग इतनी सिंपल। वाओ! डाउनलोड जिंदगी ऐप नाउ।
Good work from Mohammad Rizwan. That's just been the story of the evening for this Pakistan team. They are right up for this contest. The fielding has been outstanding. Go back to that final match of the Super 12. 82,000 people turned up to watch Surya Kumar Yadav put on an absolute clinic, a batting clinic, playing shots that you could not believe, could not think possible in cricket. He's taken it to a new level, the second highest run scorer in this tournament, behind his fellow teammate in Virat Kohli. Third man's come up. That's bowling perfection. And here it was, well, it was a display. It was the impetus India needed, and he did a fine job.
Yeah, there was some serious hitting, innovative batting, A.B. de Villiers-esque. Just the new kid on the block, really, and batting in sublime form of late. The last couple of months, he's been absolutely great. Scored over 1,000 T20 runs this year. Really leading the way on where to score and how to score in this format right now.
Fist pump from his batting partner. They're starting to build.
Over the wicket, or around the wicket, I should say. target the legs of Kane Williamson. He stood still, maybe just moved a little bit, but found that gap that's on the leg side. Fine leg is up. 2 dot balls, and you can see that big gap there between deep square and where fine leg is up. Acres of space out there for runs.
Hit firmly, so should just be a single. The first semi-final into the knockout stage of this tournament. And it brings with it great excitement, expectation, of course, the added pressure for the players. All their home fans back in their home nation, and this is tomorrow night. What a cracker this is going to be. India finished top of their group, taking on England, who have been just a form team in white ball cricket. Maybe they've got the wrong tickets for the wrong venue. Who knows? They might be down to Adelaide tomorrow, but it's wonderful, all the colours and excitement of a world event.
Well, Gent, you also just touched on the reverse. I was out there with Sean Pollock doing the pitch report. Very dry surface. So, yeah, I concur with this bowling change, bringing back Afridi. And, you know, you're trying to shut these sort of shots down, aren't you? Get it in the block hole. Try and stop Mitchell and co doing this. And Afridi is a very good exponent of it, getting it full. Oh, didn't get his Yorker. So think about 2, and it's not there.
All the best, boys. Come on, Pakistan. Let's do this.
Let's do this, champs. You guys make us proud as a nation. आपका फेवरेट सनसिल्क शैम्पू अब हुआ और भी बेहतर, जो दे आपको शाइनी, घने और खूबसूरत बाल नए सनसिल्क सुपर मिक्स के साथ।
The Chicken Specialist.
बेहतर वैल्यू, बेहतर सवारी, करीब।
क्रिकेट है
तो लेस है।
वर्ल्ड कप है तो तमाशा तो पूरा पाकिस्तान देखेगा। आज ही वीकली सुपर मैक्स सब्सक्राइब करो और तमाशा ऐप पर लाइव क्रिकेट देखो मस्त होके। तमाशा मस्त वॉच।
It was for 2, but I don't think it's on. Oh, he's coming back, should be gone. If he was taken by Harris Ralph, that would have been all over for Daryl Mitchell. Buzzard Khan, it's a first, maybe a little blemish for Pakistan.
They have been brilliant all night tonight. Would have been out by a long way.
Took his eyes off the ball. I think that was the key there. Harris Ralph, just almost one-handed. Oh, just down the sideline, and the atmosphere is magnificent. It's probably about a 80-20 Pakistan fans, I think, in the house buzzer, but it's just brilliant. They always bring great colour, great entertainment. And a few Kiwi fans in the house as well be hoping, beyond hope, that New Zealand can maybe post something competitive. High in the air, should just clear or not? No, it does, just clears mid-off. The skipper going back, couldn't get there.
Was the right option, try and go over mid-off in the circle, so the boundary option is there. Just not enough timing yet again. Hung in the air, well, when you're paddling back, it's always an issue. Sighting the ball just about 6 inches, maybe a meter.
Lovely Yorker, well dug out. They might push for 2 this time. Williamson will come back, I think. and does. Well, 38 for 2 inside the power play. Pakistan were very good up front again, and then 68 for 1. New Zealand looking to rebuild on the back of this partnership. 64 from 46 at the moment. Pakistan have been on song with the ball and have been, barring that one little incident just a little while ago, brilliant in the field.
Come back for the second. Pakistan have been up for this game, and you can judge that because they're up in the field. Shadab driving away. Intensity has been high. You can normally pick up on how Pakistan are doing just by the intensity in the field, and today they were spot on.
Four to go after this, 9 from the service, so that's up there with at least the 10 that New Zealand are searching for every over. Just short, I think, of Rizwan. Dived away to his left.
पाकिस्तान में पहली बार इंस्टेंट नूडल्स अब सॉसेस के साथ ट्राई करो शूप सॉसी।
अकाउंट खुलवाने के लिए बैंक जाने की क्या जरूरत है? UBL डिजिटल ऐप से करो स्ट्रेस को अवॉइड। Open your UBL digital account now.
Golden Pearl Honey and Almond Moisturizing Lotion, जो स्किन को गहराई तक स्मूथली रिपेयर और नरिश करे। Golden Pearl Extra Care Moisturizing Lotion।
न्यू नेस्कैफे क्लासिक एम्बिशन का गियर लगा, नेस्कैफे का मग उठा, घूंट लगा और शुरू हो जा। जब नेस्कैफे मिले 15 रुपए में, तो अब रुकता कौन है?
रिश्ते एतमाद की डोर से जुड़ते हैं, उन्हें मजबूत बनाने में हम आपके साथ हैं। बैंक इस्लामी, सर्विंग यू द राइट वे।
याद रखना, कामयाब तो बहुत होते हैं, पर जो इसका हक अदा करते हैं वही असल लेजेंड कहलाते हैं।
कैडबरी डेयरी मिल्क, कुछ अच्छा हो जाए, कुछ मीठा हो जाए।
दाने दाने पे लिखा है पीने वाले का नाम। खेल ही दोस्ती दिल से खेल खेल दिल में
आपका फेवरेट सनसिल्क शैम्पू अब हुआ और भी बेहतर, जो दे आपको शाइनी, घने और खूबसूरत बाल। नए सनसिल्क सुपर मिक्स के साथ
सिर्फ ₹1 में पूरे महीने के लिए व्हाट्सएप नॉन स्टॉप चैटिंग, कॉलिंग और वॉइस नोट्स। अब ये हुई ना कम में मोर से ज्यादा फायदे की बात।
It'll be leg buys, and this is our time of the game. Ian Bishop sideline for us. This is so often when we talk about Yorkers and slower.
गुस्ताखी कर दी है, फासला रखें वरना जाया हो जाएगा। आसमान भी आग बरसा रहा है, दिल तो चाह रहा है इसको घुमा घुमा के तू टेंशन ना ले, हवा ले दे। गर्मी भगा, ठंड रख, स्प्राइट।
बिग फ्रीन सुपर लाया, सुपर सॉफ्ट बेक्स।
शहर में, गांव में, धूप में, छाँव में, घर में, सफर में और दफ्तर में सुपर का सॉफ्ट बेक्स मिला है। दूध का ताजा मजा है, नरम मुलायम और मीठा है। सबसे आगे सबसे ऊपर सुपर सॉफ्ट बेक्स केक है। सुपर बिकता है आता है जाता है, चाय का मजा ये उठाता है। इतना जुदा के सबको ये पाता है।
दादा, एक चाय 2 सुपर सॉफ्ट बेक्स लाता है।
हमने तुम है इसके मजे में, सब ही गुम है इसके मजे में। सबसे आगे सबसे ऊपर सुपर सॉफ्ट बेक्स केक है। सुपर सॉफ्ट बेक्स केक है। सुपर सॉफ्ट बेक्स केक है।
Mosquito repellent, compact technology. मच्छर में है दम।
Watch your mouth dropping, super tongue shocking, feel the taste rocking. Head first with the flavor burst, hit 'em with that max taste just to free your thirst. Come on, hella ice cold, taste so bold. Feeling, living, shiver, giving, winning when we loving Pepsi. Can't get enough. Bold living, always loving Pepsi. Pepsi, living, always loving Pepsi. Pepsi.
Pakistan are in their element.
तीन तो लगेंगे घर भर के जब कपड़े धुलेंगे
10 वाले 3 तो लगेंगे।
अब लगेगा सिर्फ एक 3 से बेहतरीन नया एरियल बीज,
जिसमें है 3 10 वाले सैशों के बराबर पाउडर, यानी 10 रुपए की बचत। अब से
एक लगेगा बस एक लगेगा 3 से बेहतर बस एक लगेगा
3 से बेहतरीन
एक एरियल बीज।
भाभी, ईद की दावत का तो मजा ही आ गया। थैंक यू। वैसे क्या क्या बनाया डॉक्टर बहू ने? जॉब से उसे फुर्सत मिल गई थी ये सब कुछ बनाने की। मेरी डॉक्टर बहू ने आज मरीजों को सेहतियाब बनाया। उससे पहले सारी दावत का मेन्यू बनाया, और हाँ, वो बहुत मजेदार शामी कबाब बनाए। निहारी मैंने बनाई और टिक्के मेरे बेटे ने। अरे खाला, आप मीठा ट्राई करें ना, ये हम सब ने बनाया। खाना बनाना किसी एक का काम तो नहीं, शान खुशियाँ चख लो।
Touched upon the field placing duly with the boundary riders inside and being able to stop that second every time, and they've been able to also cut down on the angles with them being there. They're looking to hit those pockets leg side, but you're looking to also burst through the gaps. You can hit it hard enough, because still they're not right back on the fence, are the boundary riders.
He's full again. Nisham might pinch 2 here. They will. And he's just outside that.
The Chicken Specialist.
पाकिस्तान में पहली बार इंस्टेंट नूडल्स अब सॉसेस के साथ। ट्राई करो शूप सॉसी।
यार क्या पासवर्ड था? UBL डिजिटल ऐप ऐसे और ऐसे भी लॉगिन हो जाती है। डाउनलोड UBL डिजिटल ऐप नाउ।
न्यू नेस्कैफे क्लासिक, एम्बिशन का गियर लगा, नेस्कैफे का मग उठा, घूंट लगा और शुरू हो जा। जब नेस्कैफे मिले 15 रुपए में, तो अब रुकता कौन है?
याद रखना, कामयाब तो बहुत होते हैं, पर जो इसका हक अदा करते हैं वही असल लेजेंड कहलाते हैं।
All the best, boys. Come on, Pakistan. Let's do this.
Let's do this, champs.
You guys make us proud as a nation.
वर्ल्ड कप है तो तमाशा तो
2 of those overs, 18 and 20. One would imagine. Slower ball starts with over the top of extra cover, and Mitchell picks up a boundary.
Yeah, just with all that muscle, he just managed to hit it over extra. No pace on the ball, so it was just about him with the power, but he got it over. Boundary off the first ball. Now New Zealand want this to be a really big over. They want to get to 150 minimum. Because remember, Pakistan do play spin well.
Short ball this time, just the one. We've seen 2 sixes tonight. Kane Williamson hit 1 into the short side, and Daryl Mitchell hit 1 down the ground. We go back to that first game, the opening game of the tournament here, New Zealand and Australia. 13 sixes hit in that game, 10 of them to the short side. Only 3 to the bigger side of the ground. Santner certainly got power. Ishodi and Tim Southey. They wouldn't want to get past Mitch Santner, I don't think. And they'll want to find some of Jimmy Neesham's power. You look at that shorter side, 10 metres longer square on the offside for the left-handed Jimmy Neesham now. And for these modern-day players, 60-65 metres is a toy hit. So expect Naseem to either go full and wide or take pace off perhaps, look for the odd Yorker. Pace off.
Yeah, New Zealand will want both Neesham and Mitchell now to go. Got 15 legal deliveries remaining. You want minimum of 30 or more. Pakistan right now, if you said that after 17.3 they'd conceded 129, they would have taken it. But Wasim with a couple of overs, I expect him to bowl out as well.
So you bowl Wasim Jr. ahead of Haris Rauf in the next over. Coming back, throws wide.
Yeah, you bowl him and then Haris Rauf and then Wasim again. You could also go to Naseem, who's only 2 more to go. So you've got Wasim to bowl the next one and then probably Haris Rauf. Because if Wasim can nail one of those Yorkers and you think that the new batter will have more problems clearing the fence than the man that's Mitchell.
Yeah, good from Daryl Mitchell, and obviously they want to finish strong with some big hits. And I think, Simon, you mentioned what we've talked about, forcing him to hit to the big side of the ground as much as Diminish. An interesting story I mentioned earlier about Nazeem Shah. Just talking to him before the game, it's something that's out there. He was kind of out of white ball cricket and was on tour to the Caribbean last year for the Test series, and then he got in contact with Dwayne Bravo and got a play in the CPL and talked about how that has improved his white ball game. Those sorts of Yorkers and cutters have elevated him.
All the best, boys. Come on, Pakistan. Let's do this.
Let's do this, champs.
You guys make us proud as a nation.
आपका फेवरेट सनसिल्क शैम्पू अब हुआ और भी बेहतर, जो दे आपको शाइनी, घने और खूबसूरत बाल। नए सनसिल्क सुपर मिक्स के साथ।
याद रखना, कामयाब तो बहुत होते हैं, पर जो इसका हक अदा करते हैं वही असल लेजेंड कहलाते हैं।
यार क्या पासवर्ड था? UBL डिजिटल ऐप ऐसे और ऐसे भी लॉगिन हो जाती है। डाउनलोड UBL डिजिटल ऐप नाउ।
Golden Pearl Moisturizing Cream. करे moisturize or revitalize for nourished, younger, radiant skin. Golden Pearl Moisturizing Cream. Love your skin.
Two to go. Haris Rauf around the wicket to the left-handed Neesham. Pace off.
Yeah, and with Pakistan playing so much cricket in the UAE previously, and their side who play well where there's not a huge score. A middling score is where Pakistan are in their element. And you think 150, 145, 50 is exactly that.
Yeah, those are the games when the two key men who haven't really stood up in this tournament so far, he's one of them, Mohammad Rizwan and Babar Azam, are the games that they relish a little more, aren't they? Those 150, 155 chases. Straight and hard from Daryl Mitchell. Shaheen Shah does well. Rauf in the last couple of years has been one of the best in the business. Economy rate against the left-handers is good, slightly worse against the right-handers. Final overs specialist, of course. Average speeds through games around that mid to late 140s. A nice variation as well.
He's got pace, that we know. He does pick up wicket, just bowls the difficult overs. goal in the power play and then the back end. So he still manages to keep the run rate in check. And when it's tailing, is even more difficult with that high pace and the ball just deviating, going off the straight.
Oh, Mitchell will feel like he's missed out here because Haris Rauf has missed his length. It's half volley length, but it's just cannoned into the pad and the shorter side as well. You can see the disappointment.
Yeah, as you come to the back end, as you come to the very end of the innings, you want everything to just be your way. And they've built it up to 150. They can get to maybe 155, but things need to go their way. Like a little flick leg side, that'll run away to the fence.
Yeah, only Finn Allen has a better strike rate than Jimmy Neesham. From New Zealand's point of view, 162 he strikes at in his career. So he's a key figure at the back end of the innings. Another off-pace delivery, but it's just sliding a touch. Three men on the leg side boundary, one behind square, one at mid-wicket, one at long on. A good off-cutter at pace this time from Haris Rauf.
Yeah, he's got really good with that slow one, with that off-cutter. I was just mentioning earlier as well. Got it for that fantastic six by Kohli, and he's just gone off it through this tournament. He's now returned to it because maybe the surface demands it, but he bowled it so well, and I was quite surprised that he hadn't used it more throughout the tournament.
Well, full toss this time. I don't think it's a no ball. And half century for Daryl Mitchell, his third 50 in T20 International.
The Chicken Specialist.
अकाउंट खुलवाने के लिए बैंक जाने की क्या जरूरत है? UBL डिजिटल ऐप से करो स्ट्रेस को अवॉइड. Open your UBL digital account now.
Let's one expert, pump it up. Let's one expert, catch your eye. Let's one expert, do it right. We are enjoying the game tonight.
थम सके ना जो बने वो तूफान, आजा बने वो तूफान. Why not मेरी जान? सारा खून पसीना और ये जान जुनून के नाम. Why not मेरी जान?
क्रिकेट है
तो लेज है.
Nassim gets a Yorker right again. Will they push for two? They will. Mitchell comes back comfortably. 50 for Daryl Mitchell. It's been an important one for him. Ian Bishop is still sidelined for us. And Ian Bishop, which camp are you sort of favouring, I guess, at the moment? I know we don't like to predict too much, but 150, let's say 155. What sort of chase is that from a Pakistan point of view?
Dooley, give me a second to come back to you. Yeah, good change of pace. And they get through for a bat. Dooley, you know how I hate predictions, because if we as former players could predict so much of this, we'd not be here. We'd be in a yacht sailing in the Mediterranean with Bill Gates and company. But I think Pakistan, generally, Bazit can testify to this, if they're chasing anything under that 160 in sort of these kind of subcontinental conditions almost, they fancy themselves.
Yeah, Bish, so you predicted that Pakistan are going to win. We'll take that.
No. Don't get ahead of yourself, Bazit. I'm just saying what ifs now. New Zealand, though, with their spinners. So I'm sitting on the fence, literally down here. Simon, don't put me on the spot like that, please.
No. And speaking of fencing themselves, Buzzard has got a smile on his face beside me. Swung this time out towards the man at mid-wicket. It won't carry. In the end, Shan Masood decides to not even bother. He thinks that one is just as good as maybe trying to go for it and costing more.
I wonder if he saw that at all, because I was looking at a good angle from here and I was watching the trajectory of the ball and he never moved in a touch. I don't think he picked it up very much at all, and Nazim Shah wants to know why, Simon. I just think he never saw it.
The light tower maybe, Bish?
Absolutely, 100%.
Okay. Oh, brilliant. Another good Yorker. It's outside the line of leg stump, though.
Yeah, it's been brilliant from Naseem Shah. Again, he's been, throughout this tournament, able to change the pace and work with that so beautifully. And because of that change of pace, the Yorker then with pace on becomes more effective as well. That is quick and thudding into the pads.
To 72 in Abu Dhabi against England last year was exceptional. Got New Zealand through to that final against Australia. 2 balls to go. High, this one won't carry either. They should get 2. And 2 it is. So New Zealand breached the 150 mark.
Yeah, again, the back of the hand slow one that's worked so beautifully throughout the tournament. Pakistan right now, anything that doesn't go to the fence is a victory. And that is, as Ian Bish mentioned, subcontinent life.
Yeah, you've still got to bowl to the conditions, and I think Pakistan have been brilliant. Absolutely brilliant tonight so far. There's that gap at deep and mid-wicket. 55 metres. Last ball. Mitchell on strike. Can't get it away. And Mohammad Rizwan says that will be enough.
Let's one expert, pump it out. Let's one expert, catch your line. Let's one expert, do it right. We are enjoying the game tonight.
थम सके ना जो बने वो तूफान, आजा बने वो तूफान। Why not मेरी जान, सारा खून पसीना और ये जान जुनून के नाम। Why not मेरी जान।
Enjoy 40% off on
एवरेज टारगेट है, बहुत मुश्किल है या क्या है? 153
है तो ये एवरेज टारगेट
कोई बहुत मुश्किल नहीं है
इन दिनों में, लेकिन अगर हम गेम की नौयत को देखें तो ये वर्ल्ड कप का सेमीफाइनल है।
हाँ।
वो सिडनी में रहा है और मेरे ख्याल से कोई 40,000 लोग बैठे हुए हैं वहाँ पर।
40,000 टिकटें फरोख्त हुई हैं, बिल्कुल
हुई हैं और इतने ही लोग होंगे मेरे ख्याल से।
हाँ।
तो ये सिचुएशन थोड़ी सी मुख्तलिफ है। और फिर एक बात हमने समझनी,
प्रेशर सिचुएशन है।
प्रेशर पर आपने एक और बात समझनी है।
हाँ।
अल्लाह करे कि आज न्यूजीलैंड की फील्डिंग
अच्छी ना हो, जो कि बहुत अच्छी है,
क्योंकि वहां से भी 10-15 रन और भी वो बचाने में मास्टर है। तो अब अगर हम ये 153 की बात कर रहे हैं, जो कि हमें 154 कोई रन्स करने हैं, तो ये 165 पे चले जाते हैं, 170 पे भी जा सकते हैं। और क्या ही बात आ जाए, आज थोड़ा सा बॉल स्किड हो, टर्न हो, ब्रेक ना हो,
ओके
हो सकता है। अल्लाह चाहे, जैसे अल्लाह चाह रहा है बहुत कुछ, अल्लाह चाहे कि टर्न ना हो, ब्रेक बॉल ना हो,
थोड़ा सा अगर हम भी चाह लेना अगर साथ में, तो ये अच्छा एक कॉम्बिनेशन बन जाए।
और स्किड हो जाए अंडर लाइट, क्योंकि जैसे हमने देखा फिर थोड़ी सी ठंड थी, विंटर भी अभी ऑलमोस्ट खत्म हो रहा है, या सिचुएशन हमारे फेवर में चली जाए और एक पार्टनरशिप हो जाए। लेकिन मेक श्योर करें हमारे बैटर्स कि जब उनकी इनिंग हो तो वो पूरा
और ये भी देख रहे भाई, शाहीन अफरीदी ने 4 ओवर में 24 रन पे 2 विकेटें ली हैं। रऊफ 4 ओवर में 32 रन पड़ गए उनको। शादाब को 4 ओवर में 33 रन लगे। हमें ब्रेक पे जाने से पहले एक
ओवरऑल ये ठीक है।
अच्छा,
इतना वो नहीं है, बस आप करना क्या है, जो प्लेयर भी, जो बैटर भी हमारा वो 50-60 रन करे, मेक श्योर कि वो फिनिश करके आए। ये ना हो कि 40 रन किए हो 40 बॉलों पे और सडनली वो टर्न टाइम आ जाए और वो आउट हो जाए, ऐसा नहीं करना। जो भी जाए वो मैन ऑफ द मैच होके आए और 70-80 रन उनकी वो होने चाहिए जो कि टीम मैच की विनिंग में होने।
भाईजान, वसीम भाई, माइक थोड़ा ऊपर, हाँ जी जी।
2007 में भी इतना टारगेट था। ओपनर इमरान नजीर
92 में कितना थे? हर कोई 92 से मैं भी देखता हूँ।
2000 तो इमरान नजीर ने 59 रन किए थे, पावर प्ले में बैक फुट पे कर दिया था। एक ऐसी इनिंग्स होगी पावर प्ले में तो ये प्रेशर में आ जाएंगे। तो मेरे ख्याल से ये मैच जीतना चाहिए। मैच बड़ा, सेमीफाइनल है, लेके कैसे चलना ये सबको पता है। प्रेशर होता है, चाहे वो 130 आप चेस कर रहे हो, चाहे 120 कर रहे हो, सेमीफाइनल है उसमें प्रेशर आएगा। आप देखें कि लास्ट वर्ल्ड कप में 130 रन किए थे न्यूजीलैंड ने, तो हमने लास्ट ओवर में जाके चेस किया था। ये भी आप देखें कि ये 150 है, तो मेहनत करनी पड़ेगी, जिम्मेदारी लेनी पड़ेगी। ये नहीं 20 रन 30 रन पे आउट हो जाए। मिचेल ने 50 रन किए हैं
32 बॉलों पे,
32 बॉलों पे, ऐसी एक बैटिंग होनी चाहिए।
भाईजान तनवीर साहब जाते हुए क्या कमेंट है
आपका? पिच तो मुश्किल हुई भी है, लेकिन सर्किल में हमारे पास प्लेयर भी ऐसे होने चाहिए जिनके स्ट्राइक रेट अच्छे हों। लेकिन ये जो दो ओपनर्स हैं इनके स्ट्राइक रेट भी इतने बेहतर नहीं है। अगर आपके स्ट्राइक रेट अच्छे हैं तो ये बात फिर समझ आती है कि 6 ओवर में बहुत तेज़ और जल्दी जल्दी करके नए बॉल से करके उसके बाद आप आराम से इस रन को चेस कर सकते हैं। तो मेरे ख्याल में बाबर और रिजवान जिस तरह बैटिंग कर रहे हैं वो इन रनों को 170 180 के हिसाब से ना ले जाएं, इतना स्लो ना हो,
इतना डीप ना चले जाए कि फिर वापस आना मुश्किल हो जाए।
जिस तरीके से वो खेल रहे हैं, जिस तरीके से वो खेल रहे हैं, ठीक है, हमें स्टार्ट भी अच्छा चाहिए और विकेट्स इन हैंड भी होनी चाहिए
और फिनिश होना। ठीक है, अभी जरा हम एक ब्रेक लेते हैं, आप बुलेटिन देखेंगे, उसके बाद हम आपको ज्वाइन करेंगे। देखते हैं 153 रन चाहिए पाकिस्तान को फाइनल में पहुंचने के लिए, होता है या नहीं, सबको इसका इंतजार है। आप रहिए हमारे साथ।
तो सरसब्ज नाइट्रोफॉस को लगा और जीतता जा।
कभी मौका ही नहीं मिला था। इसी वजह से हम कह रहे हैं कि पाकिस्तान इज वेरी लकी कि जो सबसे ज्यादा सूट कर रही थी उनको ग्राउंड, उसके ऊपर उनका सेमीफाइनल आ गया। तो इससे बेहतर आपकी बॉलिंग और क्या कर सकती थी, क्योंकि इसका एवरेज स्कोर 180 है, आपने 152 पे उनको रोक दिया है ना। अगर आप 150 पे कंफर्टेबल नहीं है देन आई थिंक फिर तो आपकी बिल्कुल ही कॉन्फिडेंस बैटिंग का नहीं है। कन्वेंशनल अंदाज में तो एक नॉर्मल गेम खेलने की जरूरत है। बट अगर थोड़ा सा ब्रेव बने, थोड़ा सा कप्तान जो है वो कहे कि वो हारिस को भेजते हैं, इसको और आसान कर देते हैं, और वो अगर 4 ओवर खेल गया वो आपको कर देगा। ये जो 150 है वो 4 ओवर खेला तो आपको लगेगा 130 चेस कर रहे हैं।
बिल्कुल ऐसे ही हमें बहुत ज्यादा अटैकिंग क्रिकेट खेलने की जरूरत नहीं है, लेकिन उसके बावजूद पॉजिटिव क्रिकेट खेलने की जरूर पाकिस्तान को जरूरत है। यहां पर अगर आप मैच जीतेंगे तो पार्टनरशिप्स की वजह से जीतेंगे। अगर कोई एक बैट्समैन सेट हो जाता है तो वो ये सोच के क्रीज पर खड़ा रहे कि मैंने मैच खत्म करके आना है। किसी नए बैट्समैन के लिए अगर ये टास्क होगा कि 20 बॉलों पर 40-45 रन बनाने हैं तो वो बड़ा मुश्किल हो जाएगा आज की इन कंडीशंस में। आलिया
जी बिल्कुल दानिश, देखिए मैं पहले जो बात कर रही थी, ब्रेक आ गई थी बीच में, वो यही मैं कहना चाह रही थी कि बेन स्टोक्स जो अपने नॉकआउट में खेले थे 36 बॉलों पे, उसमें उन्होंने सिर्फ 2 चौके लगाए, मगर उन्होंने सिर्फ 8 बॉलें जो हैं वो डॉट खेली, 19 सिंगल रन लिए, डबल्स लिए और 3 रन बनाए। तो ये कंपोजर रखना जब प्रेशर हो और विकेटें गिर रही हो और तब आप अपने आप को सॉलिड बेसिस पर खड़े रखें तो तब आप बड़े प्लेयर कहलाते हैं। तो हमें अपने बड़े प्लेयर,
अगर इमरान खान के जीतने से बेहतर है कि मार्शल लग जाए। एक मिसाल दे रहा हूँ मैं, अगर मैं ये नहीं कह रहा नून लीग की सोच रही होगी, आपको तो सूट ही नहीं करता, आपको स्टेबिलिटी सूट करती है। आप आराम से ट्रांजिशन होने दें, आराम से इलेक्शन आने दें, इतना क्या और बहुत प्रॉब्लम है तो पार्लियामेंट वापस।
मैं तो जब खान साहब के साथ बैठा हूँ, मैं एक बात आपको मुझे क्लियर बता दूं। नंबर 1 ये है कि क्या करना है क्या नहीं करना है, वो इमरान खान ने प्लान
हो गया। चेहरे पे रहे ना स्पॉट्स ना कील छाइयाँ, स्किन हेल्दी और चेहरे पे ग्लो। अजूबा गोल्ड एंड ग्लो ब्यूटी क्रीम।
सालन जो ऐसे खाओगे
तुम मम्मा को क्या मुंह दिखाओगे?
राइट साहब राइट कर देगा ना? नहीं?
हाँ, पर नया ब्राइट कोरमे से कड़ाही तक हर दाग वाइप कर देगा।
क्योंकि नए ब्राइट का बेस्ट एवर फॉर्मूला गहराई से दाग निकालेगी।
सच में यार, नए ब्राइट ने सब राइट कर दिया।
लेकिन आपकी डाइट ने सब टाइट कर दिया।
आए मिलकर शौकत खानम अस्पताल कराची की तामीर में अपना हिस्सा डालें। अतियात की होम कलेक्शन के लिए 0800 11 555 पर कॉल करें।
गोल्डन बल्ब
टैब से प्लान सब्सक्राइब करो विद 0 डॉक्यूमेंट्स, इजी पैसा, इजी है।
हेलो हेयर एंटी डैंड्रफ शैम्पू प्लस कंडीशनर। इसमें मौजूद मिंट और टी ट्री ऑयल डैंड्रफ और ड्राई स्कैल्प को ट्रीट करे और बालों को रिफ्रेश। मीट द न्यू यू।
मैक्स कंफर्ट, मैक्स रिकवरी, मैक्स स्ट्रेच, मैक्स एब्सॉर्प्शन, बॉना पापा बेबी डायपर की मैक्स 4 टेक्नोलॉजी के साथ बजट कंट्रोल भी मैक्स। क्या हुआ?
स्कूल में लड़कियों ने तंग किया।
बैठो, ये देखो तुम्हारे बाल, इन्हें खींचो, मरोड़ो, तंग करो। Culture as well.
चिकन स्पेशलिस्ट।
नई गाड़ी चाहिए? दराज पे 11 नवंबर की रात 12 बजे से रात 2 बजे तक खेले 1 रुपए के और जीते 0 मीटर का दराज 11-11। पाकिस्तान फिकर ना हो।
दराज 1 rupee game is sponsored by Caltex.
याद रखना, कामयाब तो बहुत होते हैं, पर जो इसका हक अदा करते हैं वही असल लेजेंड कहलाते हैं।
Works the SCG for cricket. 153 runs needed by Pakistan to get over New Zealand to find their way through to the final on Sunday at the Melbourne Cricket Ground.
नई गाड़ी चाहिए? दराज पे 11 नवंबर की रात 12 बजे से 2 बजे तक खेले 1 रुपए के और जीते 0 मीटर का दराज 11-11। पाकिस्तान फिकर ना हो।
Daraz 1 rupee game is sponsored by Caltex.
दराज 11-11 पर 11 नवंबर से पहले आइटम्स ऐड टू कार्ट करें और 2 लकी विनर जीतेंगे पूरी कार्ड एब्सोल्युटली फ्री, वो भी 5 लाख रुपए तक। सो ऐड टू कार्ट राइट नाउ।
It was a slow start by Pakistan in this T20 Men's World Cup. They lost their first 2 matches. The first one, an absolute nail-biter at the MCG against India. Then they slowly got on a roll, winning their last 3. I think they were probably cheering on the Netherlands to help them get through with that big win over South Africa. The captain has a chance here to see his team start well, get a foundation and track down these runs. Danny Morrison says he's okay next to me, but I'm tipping there might be a couple of nerves. Runs on the board is always important in the final.
Melanie Jones, it certainly is nervy times. I think for those across the Tasman, thinking, have we got enough? I think they have, I really do. I think New Zealand, provided they bowl and field their backsides off, bring their A game in the field, like Pakistan did, truly. So, yeah, I think they're in this game, no doubt.
It hasn't been a tournament for...
ये जिद्दी दाग निकाले पर इनके सॉफ्ट पर्ल्स रखे कपड़े नर्म मुलायम, दागों पर सख्त, कपड़ों पर नर्म।
Bit more sun out, the wickets are a little bit flatter. Can Rizwan and Babar Azam get them kick-started? Oh, sounds nice, looks nice. That's the way to start a run chase.
Sounded so good off that willow. Bolt ended up on the floor. He wanted to go into the surface early, and it was cost him 4. Talk about setting the tone. From a bowling perspective, you want to, and from a batting, this is what you want. Both these players have such great reputations in the last 12 or so months, opening together, but not of late.
More stump to stump there for Trent Bolt. They're looking for the second. A little fumble there by Guptill, who's the sub-fielder at the moment.
I think he took the wrong spikes on, Mel. He's looking down at the ground. Of course, does get that little bit chilly in, so maybe not dew, but certainly the coolness of the night make it a little greasy. But Bolt and Southey, go-to men, they have to set the tone. They have to make inroads for New Zealand to be competitive at defending 152.
Takes it on and gets there comfortably. They were brilliant in the field with the ball, and you almost sense as if they want to bring that now into their running between the wickets. Saw that a few times, didn't we? Twice. He's made a comeback in this tournament. Crowd right behind each and every player in green. And we run out, and it's ramping up here at the SCG. Edged and down. Conway can't grasp it. Bolt, as he always does, creates opportunities in the power play.
Massive moment in the semi-final. Hasn't carried as well as Conway would have hoped. Pitch is a lot drier, we can all say that, know that. He did get a glove there, yeah. There's a big opportunity. Might be low and he's got to dive. Have to take those at this level and in a semi.
Chops down hard on it to the left-handed Santner. It is all happening. Don't go anywhere.
Well, Conway was run out, and this would have been curtains if it had hit. Bubba Azam. He's gone to his left, and then he's had to go back the other way. So he's gone to his left, and then had to come back across, and that says it all from Trent Bolt. If only.
And let's just calm things down, says Rizwan. No.
आपका फेवरेट सनसिल्क शैम्पू अब हुआ और भी बेहतर, जो दे आपको शाइनी, घने और खूबसूरत बाल। नए सनसिल्क सुपर मिक्स के साथ।
All the best, boys. Come on, Pakistan. Let's do this. Let's do this, champs. You guys make us proud as a nation.
यार क्या पासवर्ड था? UBL डिजिटल ऐप ऐसे और ऐसे भी लॉगिन हो जाती है। डाउनलोड UBL डिजिटल ऐप नाउ।
जिंदगी से अपनी सेविंग्स म्यूचुअल फंड्स में लगाओ, बेस्ट रिटर्न पाते जाओ। इन्वेस्टमेंट इतनी सिंपल, वाओ! डाउनलोड जिंदगी ऐप नाउ।
There's shape away straight to the field. Adam Gilchrist, you saw the drop catch. What did you think about the footwork from Conway?
Yes, I did, Mel. I think it's a tough one for a keeper with a bowler like Trent Bolt who can bring the ball. You're expecting him to bring the ball back into the right-hander, so naturally your momentum can go, your weight can go onto your left foot. And it does just shape in fractionally, and all of a sudden the outside edge, it's a desperate lunge as Southey continues. Not quite out of the middle, but they'll pinch another single there. Yeah, so you're crouching down, you know that he might be able to run it across, but there just shapes in, and watch that left movement, all the momentum to the left, and then that right leg collapses out from underneath, more than getting a nice launch in at that. And that's a tough catch. It's down low, it's one that Conway will practice a lot for, he'll feel like he should be getting it, particularly on a night like this where so much is on the line, but it's a hot chance gone down. Is it what Bubba Azam needed just to kickstart his tournament? That's a nice soft touch there from the Pakistan captain. So that might be the little release for the man that's only picked up 39 runs in this tournament prior to tonight. Can he make them pay?
Gilly always difficult, but How did you put it out of your mind if you, what was it, one you dropped in your international career?
Yeah, not quite sure about that, Mel, but there was one that led to me retiring. I know that. That is the greatest challenge for a wicketkeeper I've found as Southey comes in again from the Paddington end. A little bit of pace off there and not given there. Must have brushed the pad there, umpire Illingworth. In any facet, isn't it, Danny and Mel, the ability to put that behind you. The only ball that matters, just have a look at that. Yeah, not sure if it brushed, but deemed not a wide by umpire Richard Illingworth. The only ball that matters in your career is the next one. It's the most important delivery in your life as a cricketer. You cannot impact any more on the one that you've just put down.
Well, he's on the money straight away is Southey. And sometimes, Danny, when you rock up to a ground and you know the opposition and you've had such success against them, which Tim Southey has, 28 wickets against Pakistan in T20 internationals, the most against any opponent. You just do have a little bit of extra pep in your step, don't you?
Yeah, 100%. And this venue, and you heard Conway at the halfway point say, look, the guys are saying just gripping a little bit. So in terms of cutters and change-ups, that is what is required. Butters going to hold on to the strike here.
Trust to must hai.
Shoot noodles now available in pack of 4.
न्यू नेस्कैफे क्लासिक एम्बिशन का गियर लगा, नेस्कैफे का मग उठा, घूंट लगा और शुरू हो जा। जब नेस्कैफे मिले 15 रुपए में तो अब रुकता कौन है?
The Chicken Specialist.
सिर्फ ₹1 में पूरे महीने के लिए WhatsApp non
clubbed into the wicket. A little bit of confusion, which in the end causes no issues for Pakistan.
Well, I've got to chuckle from a bowling perspective because you know someone who's not in good touch, i.e. the captain. Look at that, he gets a short one. And he's so out of touch, and even the calling. It's just so rusty at the moment with those facets of his game. Well, he's out in the middle with bat in hand, Babar Azam.
Oh, that's nice, really nice. No matter who you're cheering for, you'll be nodding along with the skill set shown there.
Well, just trying to blow out that rustiness now. It's a bit of width on offer. Slides on. This is a classic Bubba. Head down and beautiful balance that has been missing so much in this T20 World Cup. He hasn't been.
Just 2 coming from the last over from Southey, 7 from Bolt's first. Yeah, he wants it, he's going to get it. Well, World Cups, you have compulsory and you have non-compulsory training sessions. Yesterday, Pakistan, it was non-compulsory. The only player to rock up, the captain, Babar Azam, and Matthew Hayden worked with him quite some time. Change of pace and the wrist work was superb. Waiting, there it is. And there's the downfall.
Now, a little bit the line. It wasn't good from Bolt. Skips the turf and his follow-through. Finally, he's up inside the circle. Comfortable boundary. We had there at a few of those now. 3 4s all of a sudden.
Yeah, more space. Hasn't quite got the timing this time. And probably the quickest player in the competition after it as well. Gilly, opening batters in the competition have struggled a little bit because of the pitches early in this Australian summer. How have you seen Rizwan and Bubba so far?
Yeah, they haven't lived up to the lofty standards they've set in the previous 12 to 18 months, but partnership batting, the single taken off the third ball of this delivery was vitally important. It was outstanding partnership batting from Mohammad Rizwan. Bubba Azam finally got a boundary away. The next ball, nice soft hands, and his batting partner was aware. Rotated the strike, got up the other end, and what results? A boundary off the next ball. So all of a sudden they've got a little bit of flow and a little bit of pressure back on the experienced Trent Bolt. How does he respond? How does he close it out? Whack, there you go, another boundary. So some real momentum. The Pakistan flags are waving. They're starting to believe it.
Let's run it, Spud. Pump it out. Let's run it, Spud. Catch your line. Let's run it, Spud. Do it right. We are enjoying the game tonight. थम सके ना जो बने वो तूफान आजा बने वो तूफान सारा खून पसीना और ये जान जनून के नाम मेरी जान
क्रिकेट है तो लेज है
बेहतर वैल्यू, बेहतर सवारी, करीब
अपनों की रैलीज पे रहें, एक कॉल पे मौजूद, ताकि मुस्कुराते रहें पाकिस्तानी, खुशहाल रहे पाकिस्तान।
केनन्स सिर्फ ₹1 में पूरे महीने के लिए व्हाट्सएप नॉन स्टॉप चैटिंग, कॉलिंग और वॉइस नोट्स। अब ये हुई ना कम में मोर से ज्यादा फायदे की बात।
वर्ल्ड कप है तो तमाशा तो पूरा पाकिस्तान देखेगा। आज ही वीकली सुपर मैक्स सब्सक्राइब करो और तमाशा ऐप पर लाइव क्रिकेट देखो मस्त होके। तमाशा मस्त वॉच।
That's a lovely shot. Shots flowing, runs flowing at the SCG. All off the blade of Rizwan, and in this case, Bubba Azam.
Well, this opening salvo from these two in green, just what they wanted. Slightly over-pitched, holds the pose. It's like he's been at the nets again from yesterday with Matty Hayden. Pace on. It can be your ally inside a power play for sure.
Drags the length back, and again it's that touch, beautiful touch by Bubba Azam. Wants two, gets two. And for the first time this tournament, when I look up and look at New Zealand, I look a little frazzled.
Yeah. A little bit tossing in the headlights. Now this is a direct hit. Over the top of Conway. Oh, I reckon it would have been tight. I think he's misjudged that. Yeah, it would have been a long way out. Had it have been a fluky throw and hit the stumps from third man. That's right, Jimmy.
21 of the last 8 balls. Going there once, may as well go there again.
The intrigue is to see him in. Kane Williamson goes with next because the pace on is not really working. Bolt's slightly off. Southey was okay, just had the one. They wanted to change it up to Ferguson, and now inside the power.
The boundaries we saw, probably an ill-judged second run there by Bubba Azam, but 21 twos New Zealand picked up. And that's a nicely taken single. 21 twos New Zealand picked up in their innings. Only 10 fours, 2 sixes, so the rotation of strike, vitally important. And just in finishing, Danny and Mel, Sri Lanka did make England work very hard to chase 141 here in that Super 12 game. They picked up the runs of 19.4 overs. So New Zealand just need to get that one breakthrough to open the door, see if they can defend this.
Finds a dot to finish off his first over. 8 coming.
नई गाड़ी चाहिए? दराज पे 11 नवंबर की रात 12 बजे से रात 2 बजे तक खेले ₹1 गेम और जीते 0 मीटर का दराज 11-11। तो पाकिस्तान फिकर ना हो।
दराज ₹1 गेम is sponsored by Caltex.
पाकिस्तान में पहली बार इंस्टेंट नूडल्स अब सॉसेस के साथ। ट्राई करो शूप सॉसी।
पाकिस्तान जिंदाबाद।
Come on, Pakistan. Let's do this. Let's do this, champs. You guys make us proud as a nation.
आपका फेवरेट सनसिल्क शैम्पू अब हुआ और भी बेहतर, जो दी आपको शाइनी, घने और खूबसूरत बाल नए सनसिल्क सुपर मिक्स के साथ।
Oh yeah, just set himself, let his hands do the talking. Listen to the crowd.
Well, most keepers, they've got fast hands. He's just got his length. And Mohamed Rizwan says, I like that length, Tim Southey. I'm going to have a major chunk of it. Oh, yeah.
Got the width he wanted. Goes tighter, but sets himself up once again. Same result. Back-to-back boundaries.
Crowd says it all. Fist pumping, flags waving. Really is time to amp things up, says Mohamed Rizwan. 4.2 overs gone, and all of a sudden he says it's time to flick the switch here.
Where do they go to now? Tim Southey, top of his mark. Protection. Square of the wicket. Slow ball straight at the stumps and just works it off nicely for the single. Last night, a magnificent evening, and then today, before play, the ICC Hall of Famers. That was Usman Khadir getting it for his father, Abdul Charlotte Edwards, former England captain and all-round superstar, and Shubhaman Chanderpaul, all being presented by Sean Pollock. Three legends of the game. Yeah, and just can't seem to get things right here in New Zealand. They've been good here at the SCG, but things not quite clicking at the moment.
Yeah, rattled for sure in terms of this onslaught by Pakistan to track down 153. I would have said in the dressing room, I'm no doubt that Matty Hayden would have had a little bit to say, maybe just something short and punchy about the air. Let's take them on inside the first six.
Just plugged that release shot up for Bubba, so no single taken. Amazing to think throughout this tournament that Kane Williamson has only used 5 bowlers. He's never gone into the 6th. We would be thinking about that at the moment. Deep backward point in play, and deep square leg for Bubba Azam.
Jimmy Neesham, I don't think he's bowled, is he? Freaky.
Yeah, nicely picked up once again. Is there an area of the ground that they haven't hit to date?
Yeah, this is this momentum. This is the green machine when they come from nowhere and suddenly they're given a sniff. They really are. Well, they were in the field like the pack of hyenas. They believed. Now, Bubba's starting to get into a groove here.
Fielders going everywhere as well. Deep backward point comes up inside the inner circle. Deep mid-wicket in play. And he says, yeah, wouldn't mind the strike for the start of the 5th, then I'll take
The Chicken Specialist.
फेवरेट सनसिल्क शैम्पू अब हुआ और भी बेहतर, जो दी आपको शाइनी, घने और खूबसूरत बाल। नए सनसिल्क सुपर मिक्स के साथ।
यार क्या पासवर्ड था? UBL डिजिटल ऐप ऐसे और ऐसे भी लॉगिन हो जाती है। डाउनलोड UBL डिजिटल ऐप नाउ।
न्यू नेस्कैफे क्लासिक।
And their fans here in this SCG at home and around the globe, filled with hope. Final over, the power play. And we've talked about this, Dale Steyn. Matches here at the SCG this season have been power play dependent because the pitch tended to slow down as you get deeper into it.
I'll tell you one thing that's not slowing down is this crowd. It's actually getting louder and louder, but you are right. Power plays at this ground is where you want to score your runs. In the second innings, things slow down considerably. Spinners come into the game, the economy rates come down, but Pakistan, Mexican waves going around the field right now, it's nice and loud, but Pakistan have made an effort to score quickly in this power play. Last ball by Lockie Ferguson was also just under 150 kilometers an hour.
Saw that Mexican wave going around the ground, and they're right behind Ian Smith, who's pitch side. Smithy, how is it looking and sounding down there?
Well, I'm not in the mood to do the Mexican wave, Bish, I can tell you that for the outset. But I can tell you right here and now, this is amazing atmosphere. It's like a sea of green, to be perfectly honest. It's I guess from New Zealand's point of view, it's like playing in Karachi, Lahore. It is just absolutely just going off down here, and they believe. New Zealand, our fans back home, they've got to keep believing. A wicket changes everything here. Here it goes. Is this the wicket? No. Down towards fine leg, a very fine leg, and another boundary, and that's been the difference. The boundaries have come way too often in this first 6 overs for New Zealand's liking. When they batted themselves, they struggled. There were long periods of time before they could hit the rope or get it anywhere near hitting it over it. Pakistan have absolutely creamed the start. They really have.
I just wonder, since the power play is so good with pace on the ball, Ian Smith, I know you're getting comfortable there. Who do New Zealand go to, Sodhi or Santner?
Well, they've got to go to Mitchell Santner. He's the premium bowler, but you can't leave Sodhi out for long. Whether it's a case of going to both and saying, look, buy me something. Santner, I think you'll find, is warming up at the moment. He might be the first cab off the rank here, Bish, but they absolutely just need to take the pace out of the game, because at the moment, the scoreboard pressure that you look to exude when you put a total on the board, just not existing at the moment. That 12 fielder, the scoreboard number, he's not a factor.
Should just be one, and a terrific power.
Catch your eye. Do it right. We are enjoying the game tonight.
न्यू नेस्कैफे क्लासिक। एम्बिशन का गियर लगा, नेस्कैफे का मग उठा, घूंट लगा और शुरू हो जा। जब नेस्कैफे मिले 15 रुपए में, तो अब रुकता कौन है?
गोल्डन पर्ल ब्यूटी क्रीम, हुस्न जाना की तारीफ मुमकिन नहीं।
मैच में एक्साइटमेंट और प्यास का पारा है। यहाँ नेचुरल स्ट्रोक्स के साथ फ्रूटियो के नेचुरल मैंगो टेस्ट ने लगा दिया मौके पे चौका। क्रिकेट की सेलिब्रेशन विद फ्रूटियो सेंसेशन।
अब गाड़ियों की डिटेल्स के लिए टाइम वेस्ट मत करो ब्रो। Scan your favorite car on the go with UBL digital app and apply for an auto loan right away. Download UBL digital app now.
याद रखना, कामयाब तो बहुत होते हैं, पर जो इसका हक अदा करते हैं, वही असल लेजेंड कहलाते हैं।
पाकिस्तान में पहली बार इंस्टेंट नूडल्स अब सॉसेस के साथ। ट्राई करो शूप सॉसी।
Come good. But New Zealand will be looking for a wicket. And Santner, he likes to change his pace, he likes to slow things down. And Pakistan have got a good partnership going right now. They'll look to just knock it around a little bit, but this is where Santner might need to pick up something, maybe one that skids through a little bit, one that doesn't spin, one that slows down a little bit, something different.
We saw the ball gripped when Nawaz and Shadab bowled. Just holding in the surface there as well. Listen to these numbers. Above 80 kilometers per hour in this tournament. Economy rate for Santner 7.13. Below 80, economy rate 4.66.
Yeah, and I think on this wicket especially, it is difficult in the second innings. Spin does turn a little bit more. You will slow it up a lot tonight.
Field sets Ian Smith. Is there anything that Kane Williamson can complement the spin in these middle overs with?
Oh, well, I think he's got to try and exert some pressure, but he can't give boundaries away. He's got to trust that Santner won't concede boundaries, so he's got to exert pressure within the circle. But that is not pressure. That's a free hit, and everyone they're getting, Pakistan, they're cashing in on. And the look on Kane Williamson's face, I won't say it's a little bit resolved yet, but he's running out of options. Quick, smart.
Rizwan quickly onto this. Sorry, Baba quickly onto that. Little drag down by Santner. He doesn't bowl a lot of loose deliveries. This is close.
पाकिस्तान में पहली बार इंस्टेंट नूडल्स अब सॉसेस के साथ ट्राई करो शूप सॉसी।
He's gone for the DRS.
Copy Murray, player review for LBW, original decision is not out. TV umpire to director, we have a player review for LBW, original decision is not out. Front foot checked, it's a fair delivery. Move on to front on spin vision, please. Okay, it's very close to the inside edge. Can we just check ultra edge, please? Keep that rolling through, please. Keep it rolling through. Keep it rolling through. We have a flat line. No bat involved. We'll go to ball tracking when ready, please. Pitching in line, impacting line, and missing the wickets. Murray, you can stave your original decision of not out. You're on screen signal now.
आपका फेवरेट सनसिल्क शैम्पू अब हुआ और भी बेहतर, जो दे आपको शाइनी, घने और खूबसूरत बाल। नए सनसिल्क सुपर मिक्स के साथ।
रिश्ते एतमाद की डोर से जुड़ते हैं, उन्हें मजबूत बनाने में हम आपके साथ हैं। बैंक इस्लामी, सर्विंग यू द राइट वे।
वर्ल्ड कप है तो तमाशा तो पूरा पाकिस्तान देखेगा। आज ही वीकली सुपर मैक्स सब्सक्राइब करो और तमाशा ऐप पर लाइव क्रिकेट देखो मस्त होके। तमाशा मस्त वॉच।
नीम और टी ट्री ऑयल का डुअल एक्शन पिंपल्स हटाए और स्किन को एक्सफोलिएट करे, leaving the skin perfectly smooth. Golden Pearl Active Neem Face Wash. Love your skin.
Sodi. And the other half of this opening batting combination, Mohammad Rizwan. 12 matches in T20 World Cups, men's T20 World Cups. And in terms of strike rate, today was his best power play. 28 from 17 at a strike rate of 165. So far, rising to the occasion. That gripped as well.
And there was that one over by Rizwan. He He read the game really well. Saudi bowled the second over. I think he came back and bowled the fourth. The first ball went for 4, dragged it from outside off stump. He had read the game. He knew that Saudi wasn't going to look to swing the ball. He knew he was just going to look to try and change the pace or hit the wicket. I think he scored 12 off that over, hit a couple boundaries, and that's what got that strike rate up there.
.45 runs for 1,000 T20 international runs in 2022. Surya Kumar Yadav has already gone past that. Rizwan got across that landmark last year. ICC T20 International Cricketer of the Year last year, Mohammad Rizwan. Loving the atmosphere.
थोड़ा ट्रस्ट तो मस्ट है Shoot noodles now available in pack of 4.
आपका फेवरेट सनसिल्क शैम्पू अब हुआ और भी बेहतर, जो दी आपको शाइनी, घने और खूबसूरत बाल नए सनसिल्क सुपर मिक्स के साथ।
All the best, boys. Come on, Pakistan. Let's do this. Let's do this, champs. You guys make us proud as a nation.
यार क्या पासवर्ड था? UBL डिजिटल ऐप ऐसे और ऐसे भी लॉगिन हो जाती है। डाउनलोड UBL डिजिटल ऐप now.
Stopping the ones. Like that, they just an over or two of pressure inside the circle will induce a risk option, and that's what has to happen. A very experienced combination, these two. They've played so often together. They probably know that if they bat for another 5-6 overs together, the game is theirs. They've got to induce a mistake now.
Ollie and Smith, 800 partnerships between Rizwan and Babar Azam in T20 internationals. The most by any peer in the world in this format of the game. And what they would give for another one. Just wondering about the work of Devon Conway behind the stumps here, and with these two spinners, Dale Staney and Smith.
Yeah, there hasn't actually been a stumping in the last 10 games in this T20 Men's World Cup. So, you know, keeper and bowler has got a great partnership. Devon Conway would be speaking to his bowlers and say, let's play a little bit of catch, try and get the ball to me. Somehow Conway might get a good catch or stumping, just some way that they can break the game open right now. And that's what New Zealand need. And possibility for the wicketkeeper to come into the game right now on this spinning track in the second innings.
Yes, he's not a full-time wicketkeeper, of course, Devon Conway, and so many sides these days tend to go for a non-specialist because it can help them with other options in the batting and the bowling department. You're almost producing an all-rounder out of nothing. So there's a lot of responsibility on him in a big match of this situation. Okay, he's put a catch down, which has proved to be very crucial so far. But by and large, his role has been pretty good within the New Zealand side, and that's what I mean about the boundary riders. There's no pressure on from Pakistan to run twos because they know they can do it in ones with the odd boundary now. They've been around that long. They've done the maths.
A little fumble. And they come back for two. What a...
क्रिकेट है तो लेज है।
जिंदगी से शेयर्स खरीदो और बेचो, प्रॉफिट बनाओ, पैसे कमाते जाओ। स्टॉक ट्रेडिंग इतनी सिंपल। वाओ! डाउनलोड जिंदगी ऐप नाउ।
The Chicken Specialist.
Metro Liquid Mosquito Repellent. Compact technology with cyclone power. Metro Liquid Mosquito Repellent. अब किस मच्छर में है दम?
न्यू नेस्कैफे क्लासिक। एम्बिशन का गियर लगा, नेस्कैफे का मग उठा, घूंट लगा और शुरू हो जा। जब नेस्कैफे मिले 15 रुपए में, तो अब रुकता कौन है?
मैच की टेंशन अब बुक भी, जितनी विकेट जरूर।
Little stumble. Babar Azam would have been short of his ground by some distance.
This is exactly what New Zealand are looking for. Just some brilliance in the field. A good catch from somebody. A little bit of confusion between the two batters.
Oh, no.
The last thing Pakistan needed was a run out. This partnership has been going beautifully. Trent Bolt asking Ish Sodhi to get behind the stumps. A little look of concern in Kane Williamson's face right now.
So good, so inspired, this partnership. Terrific running. Don't often see the freeze outside of games here in Australia, not too much in this format. There's one. It's been kind of the way, Dale. New Zealand have been so exceptional, really, at bowling dots. They don't face a lot when they bat. I think they were like 28% when they batted today. On average, 29% in the tournament. But I think this is the least number of dot balls they've bowled so far at this stage of the innings in the tournament.
Yeah, big field today. Lots of ones, lots of twos on offer. Just like that, a little bit of tip and run. A lot of the fielders will be on their heels a little bit. They're looking for a wicket. They want something to come, either a catch. And these little just knocks into the offside, knocks into the leg side, just rotation of strike. Keeps the runs flowing.
I wonder who comes next if a wicket falls for Pakistan. If a wicket falls, we've seen Shan Masood, Mohammad Harris. Oh, a lovely touch. The gap finding here has been sublime. Baba in better touch.
Just brilliant batting. You just sit back and admire it. It is just, the placement's been outstanding. This is a gorgeous shot. It's just short, it's a little bit wide. It sits up a wee bit, so it isn't a great delivery, is it? But Babar Azam, who was battling for form, he was so out of touch the other day in Adelaide. You wondered if it was the real Babar Azam. He gets a life today and he explodes into life.
Touch again, finds a gap, should be two. So many in.
मैच की टेंशन अब बुक भी, जितनी विकेट जरूरी उतना ही जरूरी। बर्गस प्राइस के साथ टोमेटो केचप और शंग्रीला केचप ने टेस्ट को कर दिया क्लीन बॉल। क्रिकेट और स्नैक्स का मैचअप, शंग्रीला टोमेटो केचप।
न्यू नेस्कैफे क्लासिक। एम्बिशन का गियर लगा, नेस्कैफे का मग उठा, घूंट लगा और शुरू हो जा। जब नेस्कैफे मिले 15 रुपए में तो अब रुकता कौन है।
अकाउंट खुलवाने के लिए बैंक जाने की क्या जरूरत है? UBL डिजिटल ऐप से करो स्ट्रेस को अवॉइड। Open your UBL digital account now.
Metro Liquid Mosquito Repellent. Compact technology with cyclone power. Metro Liquid Mosquito Repellent. अब किस मच्छर में है दम?
हेलो हेयर एंटी डैंड्रफ शैम्पू प्लस कंडीशनर। इसमें मौजूद मिंट और टी ट्री ऑयल डैंड्रफ और ड्राई स्कैल्प को ट्रीट करे और बालों को रिफ्रेश। मीट द न्यू यू।
थोड़ा ट्रस्ट तो मस्ट है।
मगर थोड़ा ट्रस्ट तो मस्ट है। मगर थोड़ा ट्रस्ट।
Shoot noodles now available in pack of 4.
Bank Islami, serving you the right way.
Cadbury Dairy Milk. कुछ अच्छा हो जाए, कुछ मीठा हो जाए।
याद रखना,
घने और खूबसूरत बाल। नई
वर्ल्ड कप है तो तमाशा तो पूरा पाकिस्तान देखेगा। आज ही मंथली मैक्स सब्सक्राइब करो और तमाशा ऐप पर लाइव क्रिकेट देखो मस्त होके। तमाशा मस्त वॉच।
The Chicken Specialist.
टेलीनॉर के साथ अब कम में मोर से ज्यादा फायदा उठाओ। 2500 MB फेसबुक प्लस WhatsApp in only ₹60। ऑफर एक्टिवेट करो और रहो नॉन स्टॉप कनेक्टेड।
Kane Williamson, he looked down at the pitch and went beautiful. The coins come down in my favour. I'm definitely going to have a bat first. It looks like it's got no grass. It's going to be slow, but Pakistan have just found their way into the game. Let New Zealand get real momentum. Only 12 boundaries, 10 fours, 2 sixes in the New Zealand innings. And already Pakistan have found the rope 11 times at the halfway mark, or just past. Wonderful crowd in here, as there should be for a semi-final.
Short and comfortable from Bubba this time. 90 without loss here in Sydney. All happening tomorrow in Adelaide as well at the Adelaide Oval. England and India in the second semi-final of the ICC Men's T20 World Cup. Rohit Sharma's men, Joss Butler's England, for a spot in the ICC Men's T20 World Cup final. Have Pakistan already got one foot on the plane, on the big bird to Melbourne? Have New Zealand got an answer for them at the moment? You just talked about the New Zealand innings, Gilly. To me, it's been Pakistan's bowling throughout this tournament. He said that first game against India, they had only conceded 160. Winner of tonight, of course, going through to that final, and then India and England tomorrow from Adelaide. After that 160, 130. It was the most they'd conceded until tonight after game number one. Their bowlers have been brilliant. Tonight, the batters are backing it up.
Great scenes for Pakistan here at the Sydney Cricket Ground, and none the least their captain, the man that's been under pressure, so much expectation when you set lofty standards like Babar Azam. He's been restricted so well, whether it's by opponents or maybe even inside his own mind, which can easily happen in cricket at the top level. So much is played out in between the ears, but he's finding a way here. He's just a couple away from what would be a magnificent half-century.
Yeah, I wonder if he got a tweet from Virat Kohli. When Virat was going through his slump, Bubba sent him a very nice message. Not sure if he's had one back or not.
to send the Boffin scrolling through Twitterverse, looking for any action at all between the two superstars. Mid-wicket's gone back out on the boundary. And that's the area, the region where Babar Azam will get one, and they were just going to settle on one, but he'll come back for a second, and he will pick up
क्रिकेट है तो लेज है।
जिंदगी से अपनी सेविंग्स म्यूचुअल फंड्स में लगाओ, बेस्ट रिटर्न पाते जाओ। इन्वेस्टमेंट इतनी सिंपल, वाओ! डाउनलोड जिंदगी ऐप नाउ।
Enjoy 40% off on Fridays, Saturdays and Sundays with GS credit cards on Food Panda.
अपनों की रहीज पे रहें, एक कॉल पे मौजूद, ताकि मुस्कुराते रहें पाकिस्तानी, खुशहाल रहे पाकिस्तान। KNNs।
चार सैंडविचेस और 6 समोसे हैं तैयार। सिचुएशन इस स्टैंड शंग्रीला गार्लिक चिली ने उठाया पावर प्ले का फायदा और छुड़ा दिया मजे के छक्के। ये टेस्ट का मैच है बॉस, जीत गया शंग्रीला गार्लिक चिली सॉस।
पाकिस्तान में पहली बार इंस्टेंट नूडल्स अब सॉसेस के साथ। ट्राई करो शूप सॉसी।
बेहतर वैल्यू, बेहतर सवारी, करीब।
This was the moment. Good fortune early in his innings. Babar Azam dropped by Devon Conway. Sometimes that's all it needs. That is all it needs. One ball can be the difference.
We're looking for two again, but not taking it on. Sean Pollock sideline for us. Sean, anything you can see down there, anything that New Zealand could be doing differently?
Yeah, Dooley, you look around, it seems like there's so many big areas in the ground that are open. So do they have to risk and say, we've got to bring another fielder into the mix, try and cut down these easy singles? The rate that's required is not a difficult one. So maybe they've just got to try and squeeze and see if they can pick up that wicket. They have to find a wicket. If the Pakistan bat their full overs out, they've won the game. So maybe that's an option. Oh, and that one turns, beats the outside edge. So there's a little bit for them to work with, but they've got to get a new batter to that crease. And because they've got off to such a fast start, they don't have to go too hard, do they? They can be watchful, pick up the singles, and I think that's the key. Where's the wicket coming from? And maybe trying to get them to pop the ball over the top would bring about a mistake.
And that punch into that onside, another easy single will bring up the 100 partnership. And that's what it means. Exactly what it means. That noise, the passion is there. They were down and out, they were on the canvas, but here they are, 100 without loss.
First combination to have 3 century stands in T20 World Cups. They've just left a bit of a group behind them. There's a group of quite a few with 2 century stands in T20 World Cups, one of them alongside me, and the other one in the Pakistan dugout, actually. Your mate Matthew Hayden and yourself, Adam Gilchrist, have got 2 century stands.
Really? I didn't think I got past 10 in the T20 World Cup. That does surprise me.
Haydos must have been on fire.
He always was.
Sweeps again. They've been brilliant. They really have.
तराज 11-11 पर 11 नवंबर से पहले आइटम्स ऐड टू कार्ट करें और 2 लकी विनर जीतेंगे पूरी कार्ड एब्सोल्युटली फ्री, वो भी 5 लाख रुपए तक। सो ऐड टू कार्ट राइट नाउ।
थम सके ना जो बने वो तूफान, आजा बने वो तूफान। सारा खून पसीना और ये जान जुनून के नाम। मेरी जान। Let's run it, pump it out. Let's Let's 1x Buzz. Catch your line. Let's 1x Buzz. Do it right. We are enjoying the game tonight.
Telenor दे रहा है Easy Card 180 3GB डेटा 80 अदर नेटवर्क मिनट्स 1500 Telenor मिनट्स और SMS। ये है ना कम में मोर से ज्यादा फायदा।
कैडबरी डेयरी मिल्क, कुछ अच्छा हो जाए, कुछ मीठा हो जाए।
याद रखना, कामयाब तो बहुत होते हैं, पर जो इसका हक अदा करते हैं वही असल लेजेंड कहलाते हैं।
पाकिस्तान में पहली बार इंस्टेंट नूडल्स अब सॉसेस के साथ। ट्राई करो शूप सॉसी।
Protection down there. 103 without loss, and on the eve of this match, Matthew Hayden had a Yoda moment.
There's no question that Bubba has been under some adversity. That will only make him an even greater player. And as we all know about the weather, once there's a lull, there's often a storm that follows. So, you know, look out the rest of the world, because I think you're about to see something very special from Bubba.
You make enough predictions, you'll get the odd one right.
A Yoda moment, you think? Use the force, Bubba. Well, he rode his luck early in his innings, but yeah, look, I think the cricketing world know that you can't keep these champions down for long. Getting the job done tonight. I do think a lot of credit to Mohammad Riz's striking range of a half century off just the 33 deliveries. The running between wickets early was outstanding. The rotation of strike, just allowing Bubba Azam to just get into an innings. He took his time early, gave himself a chance. I did bump into, I'm not sure if Virat did send him a tweet early, but I bumped into these guys in the airport in Adelaide, the Pakistan team, after their joyous day in Adelaide on that fateful day of...
Hasn't got enough of it. Daryl Mitchell takes the catch. New Zealand make the breakthrough. Much needed, but Pakistan...
fateful day of this T20 World Cup, fateful for South Africa, but an opportunity for Pakistan.
Swings that high, down towards long on, hasn't got enough of it. Daryl Mitchell takes the catch. New Zealand make the breakthrough. Much needed, but Pakistan still in control, you would think.
Well, the door opens for New Zealand. Takes on a longish boundary straight, just didn't get it cleanly, and really nicely taken catch, secure.
Safeguard से नहाना, germs दूर भगाना। दाने दाने पे लिखा है, पीने वाले का नाम।
नया कुरकुरे तूफानी मसाला, मसाला तेज, हैरत अंगेज।
क्रिकेट है तो लेस है। वर्ल्ड कप है तो तमाशा तो पूरा पाकिस्तान देखेगा। आज ही मंथली मैक्स सब्सक्राइब करो और तमाशा ऐप पर लाइव क्रिकेट देखो मस्त होके। तमाशा मस्त वॉच।
थम सके ना जो बने वो तूफान, आजा बने वो तूफान। सारा खून पसीना और ये जान जनून के नाम।
हमारे पैनल पे मौजूद पाकिस्तान के कई मयारी हॉस्पिटल्स आपके लिए बेशुमार बीमारियों का बेहतरीन इलाज मुमकिन बना रहे हैं। इसीलिए इंश्योरेंस सिर्फ जुबली लाइफ से।
To bring you a world-class journey, we dreamed higher. Qatar Airways, going places together.
Impressive, as you heard from Adam Gilchrist. Does he continue to play that way? If he bats for 10 balls, the game could just about be done.
Well, he's hit 5 sixes, Mohammad Harris, in those two short innings. Bubba Azam was looking to do something similar. captain just hoping, please, just give us a chance. Just open it up for us. Crowd reaction will tell you that it was secured. Daryl Mitchell. There you go, straight into his work. As easy as you please. It's not another six, but it's another boundary.
टपाल दानेदार, दे बेहतरीन रंग, खुशबू और जायका, तो फिर चलती रहे तुम, मैं और एक कप चाय। टपाल दानेदार।
मिर्चें तो अब सबको लगेंगी, क्योंकि मैकडॉनल्ड्स लाया नया हॉट एंड क्रिस्पी बर्गर।
इंश्योर पिए, भरपूर जिंदगी जिए।
नया कुरकुरे तूफानी मसाला, मसाला तेज, हैरत अंगेज।
हम ना कुछ गलत बताते हैं ना छुपाते, वही कहते हैं जो निभाते हैं। इसीलिए इंश्योरेंस सिर्फ जुबली लाइफ से।
जीरे का जायका लिए।
He got the confirmation from Matthew Hayden that it was him to go, so it wasn't 100% secure. I think his role's been to come in that first six in the power play and try and hammer it away. And when the wicket went down, he sort of looked around and said, "Coach, is it me?" And he got the nod and he charged out.
Matthew Hayden calling all the shots. Love it. Mohamed Harris's first 10 balls in all T20s. 153 strikes at, so he starts. Oh, it's just outside the line, just outside the line. Conway looking for the stumping, but I think Harris was okay.
It's 10 matches in this tournament. There hasn't been a stumping. He decides to go upstairs. They'll check every mode of dismissal here. We'll watch with great interest.
TV umpire to director, we have a player review for LVW. Original decision is not out. Front foot checked, it's a fair delivery. Can we move on to front on spin vision, please? Okay, ball is close to the bat. Can we check ultra edge when ready, please? Ultra edge coming up now. Keep that rolling through, please, Gav. Keep it going right through, please. Right through. Copy, no batting involved. We'll go to ball tracking when ready, please. Ball tracking coming up now. Impact is outside off stump. Richard, you can stay with your original decision of not out. You're on screen, signal now.
The New Zealand reviews have been burnt. They didn't bother to look for the stumping from side on that occasion, so I'm not sure whether that was asked for, but I think he was absolutely fine anyway. So no issues there. Murray Erasmus was not interested in the stumping because I'm pretty sure that there was no need to go for it or even to ask. It was out momentarily, but no problems whatsoever. Third T20 international half-century for Mohammad Rizwan, and what an occasion, what a night to pick that number up. Opening partnership was outstanding with his skipper, and his form has returned as well.
That's been a wonderful innings all his trademark strokes using the pace square of the wicket early on. He then took on Tim Southey when the experience smiles all around at the moment. Fans and on the bench. I think they can barely believe it from where they were on Sunday morning, heading towards the Adelaide Oval.
Just the 4 runs from the over, 113.
To bring you a world-class journey, we dreamed higher. Qatar Airways, going places together.
हमारे पैनल पे मौजूद पाकिस्तान के कई मयारी हॉस्पिटल्स आपके लिए बेशुमार बीमारियों का बेहतरीन इलाज मुमकिन बना रहे हैं। इसीलिए इंश्योरेंस सिर्फ जुबली लाइफ से।
जीरे का जायका लिए हमारी बातों सा खस्ता जीरा प्लस।
सेफगार्ड से नहाना, जर्म्स दूर भगाना।
हमारा रहबर सबसे बेहतर।
Round weekend. Beautifully struck. That's wide of mid-off. May not get to the boundary. Some good leg work from Trent Bolt. A complete 2. Rizwan was interested in a third, but it was a really nice bit of fielding from the big quick out in the deep. Really good match up here. Santner will feel that he's a chance just to open it up again, such as the positivity from Mohamed Harris. Just get the feeling just with the way his wrists are positioned, the way the flow of the bat will be over the offside again. And tries to drag it and just gets one lovely change of pace from Mitchell Santner.
Yeah, something he's done throughout the tournament very well, Mitch Santner. Just take the air out of the ball, basically. Float it up, float it wide from 87 down to 76. Toe end in the end. Come back for 3. Almost at a runner ball now. The fantasy points from the first innings, Daryl Mitchell right up there with 74 points. Shaheen Shah. His half century from the semi-final last year against England in Abu Dhabi. Very clever throughout the tournament, has Mitch Santner. Just look at the trajectory, but a very similar length, and just goes a little wider when he bowls that slower ball, and drops the pace dramatically as well. And again, little top edge, but into no man's land.
Let's run it, buzz. Pump it out. Let's run it, buzz. Catch your line. Let's run it, buzz. Do it right. We are enjoying the game tonight.
पाकिस्तान में पहली बार इंस्टेंट नूडल्स अब सॉसेस के साथ। ट्राई करो शूप सॉसी।
Enjoy 40% off on Fridays, Saturdays and Sundays with GS credit cards on Food Panda.
अपनों की रहलीज पे रहें, एक कॉल पे मौजूद, ताकि मुस्कुराते रहें पाकिस्तानी, खुशहाल रहे पाकिस्तान।
KNNs.
बेहतर वैल्यू, बेहतर सवारी, करीब।
टेलेनॉर दे रहा है इजी कार्ड 180 3GB डेटा 80 अदर नेटवर्क मिनट्स 1500 टेलेनॉर मिनट्स और SMS। ये है ना कम में मोर से ज्यादा फायदा। वर्ल्ड कप है तो तमाशा तो पूरा पाकिस्तान देखेगा। आज ही मंथली मैक्स सब्सक्राइब करो और तमाशा ऐप पर लाइव क्रिकेट देखो मस्त होके। तमाशा मस्त वॉच।
I've played.
Another one down. Just has not been the night for New Zealand. It was tramping.
Yeah, Satner very, very close. He sneaked in quite a long way, so the cut from Harris has gone extremely quickly. And yeah, he couldn't get a hand on it, so almost hit him on the wrist.
Reacted late, didn't he? It was hit hard, very hard, but the reaction was late. Bit of genius there, but will get it. Just, and restricts it to 2. But he's special, Muhammad Harris. He is very special.
Yeah, very self-confident, very much the player in T20 cricket who backs himself all the time and backs himself to hit boundaries. And he won't take a step backwards. Just a bit of a check. I think he's done really well. He's saved the boundary, but yeah, Harris, that mold of a T20 cricketer who's just going to take it on all the time.
Well, the thing about Muhammad Harris for me is that he plays without fear. He plays without fear of getting out. And that is a big thing to have in your armoury. And it doesn't matter whether the side is in trouble, whether the side is comfortable as they are tonight. He will play that way. And put that behind him. It's a second opportunity. Dropped 2 catches tonight, New Zealand. Before tonight, they've only dropped 3 catches in the whole cup.
But just before the game, you'd walk into the ground, you look at the dry surface, and just the way that then Pakistan went about in the field. It was the bowling that set it up, and then the openers took it away. You wanted Rizwan and Babar to fire, and they did. If you wrote a script before the game and how the game should pan out in terms of how it should go Pakistan's way, this would be it.
Absolutely. And ironically, both captains wanted to bat first, so Babar Azam may have got a little bit of luck there, but when I say luck, you earn your luck. His bowlers earned him his luck. His bowlers were outstanding. They just weren't conceding boundaries at the rate that New Zealand have done so tonight. They made it very hard. They changed the pace very quickly. They worked out the pitch very quickly. They knew that they had to change the strategy from pace and bounce to change of pace. They reacted really well.
याद रखना, कामयाब तो बहुत होते हैं, पर जो इसका हक अदा करते हैं, वही असल लेजेंड कहलाते हैं.
All the best, boys. Come on, Pakistan. Let's do this. Let's do this, champs. You guys make us proud as a nation. दाने दाने पे लिखा है पीने वाले का नाम खेल ही तो सिटी दिल से खेल खेल दिल में है.
इस्लामी खैर करंट अकाउंट, सहूलत और सवाब एक साथ. बैंक इस्लामी, serving you the right way.
गोल्डन पर्ल ब्यूटी क्रीम, हुस्न जाना की तारीफ मुमकिन नहीं.
पाकिस्तान में पहली बार इंस्टेंट
Dug out. The Yorker dug out for 2. It's very, very close to being a top delivery.
Harris does give you the opportunity when he walks across. He's eyeing leg side, so if you're brave enough to nail that Yorker leg stump, you're in with a chance, but you have to be absolutely spot on because he's so powerful through that leg side, as we know. Now there's a bit of a change in the field. Deep mid-wicket goes out, third in the circle, so maybe Bolt will target that leg stump Yorker.
Saw a lot of that from Pakistan. Lost the last 3 semi-finals they've played in Pakistan. 2010 to Australia, 2012 to Sri Lanka, 2021 to Australia again. Look like they're going to break that sequence. Might have hit it. Might have got a little bit on that. New Zealand have lost their reviews, so they can't do anything about it.
Knuckleball just carried on. Didn't come back in, so maybe just carrying on outside off stump, but New Zealand can't go upstairs anyway.
Pass bolt. And down the ground. Be cut off in the deep by Daryl Mitchell. Rizwan has come good. Babar Azam has come good. Rizwan has backed him up beautifully. Good player all around the ground. Percentage of boundaries early. That was the killer blow for New Zealand. They couldn't exert scoreboard pressure right from the first over.
Yeah, and because of him taking the attack, it helped Babar in the end and helped Babar just to build the innings. It was pressure off his captain, but it was a super knock. That one over where he took on Saudi, who was bowling into the pitch, the cutters, he made sure that he got boundaries leg side and worked out that the power play went Pakistan's way, and then Babar joined in. That's why it's such a dangerous partnership.
This could be another catch. It is a catch. Phillips takes it. Is there an opportunity now? There's a run out at the other end as well. It's a double play. Take your pick.
थोड़ा ट्रस्ट तो मस्ट है
मगर थोड़ा ट्रस्ट तो मस्ट है मगर थोड़ा ट्रस्ट
Shoot noodles now available in pack of 4.
Let's one expert, pump it up. Let's one expert, catch your line. Let's one expert, do it right. We are enjoying the game tonight. थम सके ना जो बने वो तूफान, आजा बने वो तूफान. Why not मेरी जान? सारा खून पसीना और ये जान जनून के नाम. Why not मेरी जान?
जिंदगी से अपनी सेविंग्स म्यूचुअल फंड्स में लगाओ, बेस्ट रिटर्न पाते जाओ. इन्वेस्टमेंट इतनी सिंपल. वाओ, डाउनलोड जिंदगी ऐप नाउ.
The Chicken Specialist.
पाकिस्तान में पहली बार इंस्टेंट नूडल्स अब सॉसेस के साथ. ट्राई करो शूप सॉसी.
Bad news for Pakistan. They've lost their second wicket. Height.
यार क्या पासवर्ड था? UBL डिजिटल ऐप ऐसे और ऐसे भी लॉगिन हो जाती है. डाउनलोड UBL डिजिटल ऐप नाउ.
मैच में एक्साइटमेंट और प्यास का पारा हाई. यहाँ नेचुरल स्ट्रोक के साथ फ्रूटियो के नेचुरल मैंगो टेस्ट ने लगा दिया मौके पे चौका. क्रिकेट की सेलिब्रेशन विद फ्रूटियो सेंसेशन.
न्यू नेस्कैफे क्लासिक. एम्बिशन का गियर लगा, नेस्कैफे का मग उठा, घूंट लगा और शुरू हो जा. जब नेस्कैफे मिले 15 रुपए में, तो अब रुकता कौन है?
रिश्ते एतमाद की डोर से जुड़ते हैं, उन्हें मजबूत बनाने में हम आपके साथ हैं। बैंक इस्लामी, serving you the right way.
M&U French perfume sprays. No gas. Last 3 times longer. M&U by Golden Pearl.
कैडबरी डेयरी मिल्क, कुछ अच्छा हो जाए, कुछ मीठा हो जाए।
टपाल दानेदार, दे बेहतरीन रंग, खुशबू और जायका, तो फिर चलती रहे तुम, मैं और एक कप चाय। टपाल दानेदार।
आपका फेवरेट सनसिल्क शैम्पू अब हुआ और भी बेहतर, जो दी आपको शाइनी, घनी और खूबसूरत बाल नई सनसिल्क सुपर मिक्स के साथ।
All the best, boys. Come on, Pakistan. Let's do this. Let's do this, champs. You guys make us proud as a nation.
Fumble from Conway and a really sharp single taken a bye.
Yeah, the full toss on off stump, doing for his one, and went straight to the man. Glenn Phillips with a good catch, but then after that confusion, the throw in, the run out, making sure that everything's in place.
Shan Masood is the new player for Pakistan, accomplished left-hander. Mel Jones is down on the boundary. She started the game off. She's going to finish the game off down there as well, Mel. And barring something spectacular, it's Pakistan.
Yes, but completely different vibe, Smitty. And that is because of a little bit of fielding like that. But also the wicket, it is quiet. I can't believe I'm actually going to say this at the moment. I look behind me, usually you turn around and everyone rises. But at the moment, there's just a sense of, what's going to happen here from the Pakistan supporters? I know they think they've got it under control at the moment, but I think they're a little bit nervous.
We support the winner. We're at the stage you are, 19 from 16. Bat involved there. Conway can't pick it up. (19 from 15).
You think New Zealand wanted a couple of wickets, back-to-back wickets, to really put the pressure on. There is a sense where, yeah, just losing his shape that time around. Riktika's ready, but there is a sense that they just need one more blow to make it absolutely certain. But who in this World Cup can predict anything? You cannot.
Pakistan were gone the other day. Well, they're back now. We didn't predict that. Lovely shot. That is outstanding. It was not a bad ball from Lockie Ferguson. That is all about class.
Yeah, the risks come into play, and that's the boundary that Pakistan was so searching for. Gives itself room, just hits it through the offside. It's almost the perfect Yorker, but it's the skill, the class of the man being able to maneuver it through the offside. Pakistan now in touching distance.
Well, he wasn't playing in this tournament to begin with. He's a revelation, this boy. Again! That's massive! That's 30 rows back, Mel Jones.
The word that comes to mind is audacious. First and foremost, the hands for the boundary for the offside, and then he just sits back and says, come on, what have you got, Lockie Ferguson? You got pace, I can handle that. You want to put it around my chin, I can handle that. This is something special to watch. The start of his career, he is making a name for himself right here at the SCG.
Well, that is some shot. It really was. Those two shots back to back, reminiscent for me of Virat Kohli at the MCG against Pakistan. Back to back, class. Through the offside square for a single. It's hard to believe Mohammad Aris was not.
New Nescafe Classic. Ambition का गियर लगा, नेस्कैफे का मग उठा, घूंट लगा और शुरू हो जा। जब नेस्कैफे मिले 15 रुपए में, तो अब रुकता कौन है?
थोड़ा ट्रस्ट तो मस्ट है।
Shoot noodles now available in pack of 4.
Let's 1x bus. Pump it up. Let's 1x bus. Catch your line. Let's 1x bus. Do it right. We are enjoying the game tonight.
याद रखना, कामयाब तो बहुत होते हैं, पर जो इसका हक अदा करते हैं वही असल लेजेंड कहलाते हैं।
थम सके ना जो बने वो तूफान, आजा बने वो तूफान। सारा खून पसीना और ये जान जनून के नाम।
What can Santner do? The last roll of the dice here for Kane Williamson. He's going to take pace off it completely. And says, over to you, Mohammed Harris. What have you got for us?
Good catch. No, down. I thought he'd pulled it in, Sodhi. Was that another one down? New Zealand have not been good in that department tonight. Right from the very first over, Sodhi looks at it. Well, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. He may have had an opportunity to get his right hand under it. Yeah, head scratcher.
They're slipping out of their grasp now, New Zealand's grasp. Pakistan have just outskilled them. So the 7 needed, left-hander now on strike. Shan Masood will maybe find it easier to face left-arm spin. Santner is slowing it up, really tossing it up. And that's been the go-to delivery and he's been successful at it. But now it's Shan Masood who has the leg side to bunt the ball in.
From 9. It's been a good campaign from New Zealand's point of view, but they will admit they've saved their worst till last in terms of this overall performance. Won the toss, batted first, did what they wanted to do, just didn't do it well enough. And a number of those blokes are the reason why. Those bowlers did a great job.
Pakistan wouldn't have minded chasing. They like chasing. They're almost forced to think about batting first with the nature of the pitch. So the loss of the toss just maybe worked in their favour as well because they're more comfortable as a chasing side.
Oh, it's beaten everybody. It turned appreciably. It's beaten Conway. They'll get at least 3 with Sodhi in pursuit. And they are buys. Not a happy night for Devon Conway all round.
Yeah, even with that turn off the track, ball coming back, it turns, it misses leg stump by a whisker. Point doesn't collect in Pakistan now, just to hit away.
2 from 7. Green machine, they've got it done tonight. And down there in Adelaide, India and England will be watching very carefully about a side that was gone for all money and are now an even chance of getting the money. Out. Finn Allen takes the catch.
पाकिस्तान में पहली बार इंस्टेंट नूडल्स अब सॉसेस के साथ ट्राई करो शूप सॉसी।
आपका फेवरेट सनसिल्क शैम्पू अब हुआ और भी बेहतर, जो दी आपको शाइनी, घने और खूबसूरत बाल नए सनसिल्क सुपर मिक्स के साथ।
टपाल दानेदार, दे बेहतरीन रंग, खुशबू और जायका, तो फिर चलती रहे तुम, मैं और एक कप चाय। टपाल दानेदार।
All the best, boys. boys. Come on, Pakistan. Let's do this. Let's do this, champs. You guys make us proud as a nation.
The Chicken Specialist.
Here it is. Down the ground, and that is it. Shan Masood hits the winning runs, and Pakistan are absolutely ecstatic in the dugout. And why not? The first time in 13 years they have reached a World Cup final, and they have done it in style.
Needed leg to get.
आपको चाहिए हार्पिक 10X मैक्स क्लीन। इसका खास गाढ़ा फॉर्मूला कमोड पे ठहर के दे तेजाब के मुकाबले 10 गुना बेहतर सफाई, मिटाए पीलापन और करे जरासीम का भी खात्मा। क्रिकेट है
तो लेज है। थम सके ना जो बने वो तूफान, आजा बने वो तूफान। सारा खून पसीना और ये जान जुनून के नाम।
Let your house glow with Weather Coat Glow 365. Berger Paints. Trusted worldwide.
जीरा प्लस चाय के साथ पेश करके तो देखो, फिर देखो कैसे सालों का फासला एक सुर में मिट जाता है। यही है गुफ्तगू का प्लस। जीरे का जायका लिए हमारी बातों सा खस्ता जीरा प्लस।
ने ऑस्ट्रेलिया के खिलाफ मैच से आगाज किया, 200 रन बना दिए। ऑस्ट्रेलिया को ऑस्ट्रेलिया में बदतरीन शिकस्त का सामना करना पड़ा। 89 रन से ऑस्ट्रेलिया को हराया न्यूजीलैंड ने, और ऐसा हराया कि उसके बाद ऑस्ट्रेलिया रिकवरी नहीं कर पाया। पाकिस्तान का आगाज बहुत ही भयानक था, इंडिया से हारे, जहां तक कि जिम्बाब्वे से हारे, फिर वहां से रिकवरी शुरू हुई, यहां तक कि और आज का जरा स्कोर कार्ड देख लीजिए, जबरदस्त स्कोर कार्ड। रिजवान ने बनाए 57 रन, 43 गेंदों का सहारा लिया। बाबर ने बनाए 53 रन, 42 गेंदों का सहारा लिया, जबकि हारिस ने आज भी मायूस नहीं किया, 26 गेंदों पर 30 रन बनाए। 19.1 पहली गेंद पे ही पाकिस्तान ने 20 ओवर की पहली गेंद पे पाकिस्तान ने मैच जीत दिया। जनाब यूनुस भाई, क्या तज्जिया है? पाकिस्तान हैज मेड इट टू द फाइनल्स ऑफ T20 वर्ल्ड कप। This is too good to be true. This is unbelievable.
बिल्कुल है, और जो लास्ट वर्ल्ड कप में हमारे साथ हुआ, सेमीफाइनल तक हम पहुंचे,
हाँ।
लास्ट वर्ल्ड कप भी हम डिजर्व करते थे। हाँ। उस सिचुएशन में जिस तरह हम खेले उस पूरा इवेंट में, थोड़ा सा अनलकी रहे, लेकिन आज ठीक है, मुश्किलात आई, हाँ। लेकिन पाकिस्तान ने सही राइट टाइम पे पिक किया। हाँ। जिस तरह चेज हुआ है, हाँ। एग्जैक्टली इसी तरह चेज करें। थोड़ी सी
150 का टारगेट बड़ा आसान लगने लगा है, इस तरह चेज किया।
देखिए मॉडर्न डे में एरा में ना, जब आप 150 160 को चेज कर रहे हो तो इतना मुश्किल नहीं लगता।
सही है।
विकेट ऑन दी हैंड्स हो और फिर आपका इंटेंट वहां मौजूद हो, अगर आपको जैसे हम
A catch dropped in his first over. That was Babar Azam. Who knows what difference that might have made. Early pressure on Pakistan. Southey none for 24. Ferguson none for 37. Santner and Sodhi have both had very good World Cups with the spin, taking the pace off the ball. They've been New Zealand's effective bowlers when it's really mattered, but not effective enough tonight. New Zealand 152 for 4 batting first after winning the toss. Pakistan 153 for 3, and they win this match in the last over, but they were always on track. They won it by 7 wickets. And the lap of honour, the famed lap of honour, to thank the fans that have come in their numbers, and they certainly have. The road to the final sees Pakistan there. It sees them firmly in place. They'll hop on a plane to Melbourne tomorrow and begin. So Pakistan are through. Who will it be, England or India? Just be nodding off some of those players down there in Adelaide, and they now know at least, if they win, who the opposition is going to be. Brilliant scenes for Pakistan. Right, let's head downstairs to Ian Bishop, who has with him the player of the match.
And the player of the match in this wonderfully exciting semi-final with this crowd and the atmosphere.
चित्रा, उनकी क्रिकेट रिवाइव हुई है। उन्होंने अपनी क्रिकेट को रिवाइव किया है। उन्होंने अपनी क्रिकेट को रिवाइव कैसे किया है? देखिए, वहां पर जाकर लोग क्रिकेट नहीं खेलते थे। ये टीम पिछले साल जब वर्ल्ड कप में आई थिंक इंडिया से जीती है, उसके बाद से इस टीम को खुद पर विश्वास होना शुरू हुआ। मतलब बात ये नहीं है कि मतलब ये टीम क्या कर सकती है। जब इस टीम को खुद अंदाजा हुआ कि हम ये कर सकते हैं, वो कब हुआ? वो हुआ पिछले साल जब इन्होंने इंडिया को दुबई में हराया। उसके बाद इंडिया ने पैनिक किया, इंडिया वर्ल्ड कप से बाहर हुआ। ये फिर भी सेमीफाइनल खेले, ये सेमीफाइनल भी जीत चुके थे। वो मैथ्यू वेड अगर शाहिन शाह अफरीदी को वो रन ना बनाते तो शायद पिछले साल भी फाइनल खेल रहे होते, शायद जीत चुके होते। लेकिन इस बार उन्होंने हौसला नहीं छोड़ा ना। आपका पहला मैच आपका विपरीत हो गया, आपके खिलाफ चला गया, आप इंडिया से हार गए हो। भाई इंडिया के साथ क्या हुआ था? इंडिया पाकिस्तान से हारा था तो पिछले साल उन्होंने हौसला छोड़ दिया ना। पाकिस्तान उसके बाद जिम्बाब्वे से भी हार गया। और कहीं ना कहीं शायद क्योंकि मैं ऑस्ट्रेलिया में हूं और कई सारे पाकिस्तान के जो मीडिया के लोग हैं वो मेरे से बात भी करते हैं, लोग 1992 की बात करते हैं। 1992 शायद बहुत लोगों को यह मालूम होगा कि पाकिस्तान वर्ल्ड चैंपियन हुआ था इमरान खान की कप्तानी में इसी ऑस्ट्रेलिया में। शायद लोगों को यह नहीं पता होगा कि उस वक्त उस टूर्नामेंट में, उस वर्ल्ड कप में पाकिस्तान वाज ऑन द वर्ज ऑफ एलिमिनेशन। इसी एडिलेड में जहां पर मैं हूं, एक मैच हुआ था जहां पर इंग्लैंड ने पाकिस्तान को 74 ऑल आउट कर दिया था, 74। पाकिस्तान सारे मैच हार चुका था, सिर्फ एक मैच जीता था और 74 रन, अगर आराम से 75 रन इंग्लैंड बना देता, पाकिस्तान उसी दिन वर्ल्ड कप से बाहर हो जाता। लेकिन बरसात आ गई, प्रोविडेंस, बरसात आती है, बरसात के कारण पॉइंट स्प्लिट हो गए और इमरान खान देन कैप्टन अपनी पूरी टीम को बुलाते हैं। 39 साल के इमरान खान, जिन्होंने 1987 में रिटायरमेंट ले ली थी, जिया उल हक ने 88 में कहा नहीं आप वापस आए, वो वापस आए, उन्होंने कहा जी वर्ल्ड कप जीतना है 1992। तो वो सारी टीम को अपने कमरे में बुलाते हैं और सारे प्लेयर मुझे बताते हैं, कहते हैं जी जब इमरान ने हमें बुलाया तो हमें लगा भी आज तो सबकी सिट्टी पिट्टी गुम। तो इमरान बैठते हैं, इमरान खान कहते हैं मैंने हिसाब लगा लिया है। अब सबको लगा मेरा हिसाब लग गया, अभी चल भी तू वापस जा, तू वापस जा, तू वापस जा। इमरान के मुंह से क्या निकला, हम वर्ल्ड कप जीत रहे हैं। और प्लेयर कहते हैं हमने इमरान की तरफ देखा कि यार ये कैसे बोल रहे हैं हम वर्ल्ड कप जीत रहे हैं, हम एक मैच नहीं जीत सकते। लेकिन उसके बाद उस टीम में विश्वास आया, उस टीम ने अगले दिन से क्या किया, उन्होंने कहा जी दिल से खेलेंगे, जिगर से खेलेंगे। इमरान खान ने कह दिया हम जीत रहे हैं वर्ल्ड कप, तो जीत रहे हैं और वर्ल्ड कप जीते। आज 2022 है, 30 साल, वही परिस्थितियां हैं बाय द वे। उस वक्त भी सेमीफाइनल में इन्होंने न्यूजीलैंड को हराया था, वो रेड हॉट न्यूजीलैंड जो उस टूर्नामेंट में जबरदस्त क्रिकेट खेल रहा था, लेकिन सेमीफाइनल में हार गया।
बिल्कुल
आज भी इन्होंने सेमीफाइनल में न्यूजीलैंड को हराया। लेकिन देखिए एक तरफ की बात है, इस टूर्नामेंट को अगर आप देखें, इस टूर्नामेंट की सक्सेस, इस वर्ल्ड कप की सक्सेस जो है वो अगर इतना नाम हो रहा है, यहां पर बरसातों ने मैचों को धो दिया है। लोग थू थू कर रहे थे इस वर्ल्ड कप में, लेकिन अब चूंकि इंडिया और पाकिस्तान के फाइनल के इम्कानात बन रहे हैं तो लोगों को लग रहा है वाह यार इससे बड़ा वर्ल्ड कप हो नहीं सकता।
बिल्कुल
भाई ऑस्ट्रेलिया की जो ऑस्ट्रेलिया है, आईसीसी है, वो कहते हैं ऑस्ट्रेलिया बाहर हो गया कोई बात नहीं, हमें
बिल्कुल
हम तो इंडिया पाकिस्तान फाइनल देखना चाहते हैं। बट अब जैसे मैंने कहा इंडियन टीम पे दबाव ज्यादा होगा, आज इंडियन क्रिकेट टीम पे दबाव ज्यादा होगा। ए, आपको कल सेमीफाइनल खेलना है, बी, पाकिस्तान के फाइनल में जाने से इंडिया पर दबाव ज्यादा बढ़ेगा।
और उम्मीद यही है कि ये जो दबाव है उससे निखरती हुई टीम इंडिया आगे बढ़ेगी और हिंदुस्तान की उम्मीदों पर पूरी तरह से खरा उतरेगी। विक्रांत हमारे साथ लगातार बने रहेंगे, पल पल की जानकारी लगातार वो आपको सीधे रिलेट से पहुंचा रहे हैं। लेकिन उसके पहले आपको बता दें, ओपनिंग साझेदारी को लेकर, दोनों ओपनर को लेकर, मोहम्मद रिजवान, बाबर आजम को लेकर तरह तरह के सवाल खड़े होते रहे, इस पर भी मैं जवाब दूंगी विक्रांत का। लेकिन उसके पहले आपको दिखा देते हैं पाकिस्तान की शानदार पारी, जिसके बाद उसने फाइनल में अपना टिकट कर लिया है पक्का।
Oh, sounds nice, looks nice. That's the way to start a run chase.
Sounded so good off that willow.
Edged and down. Conway can't grasp it. Bolt as he... Oh, that's nice, really nice. No matter who you're cheering for, you'll be nodding along with the skill set shown. Change of pace and the wrist work was superb. Waiting, there it is. And there's the downfall. Yeah, more space. Hasn't quite got...
How does he close it out? Whack, there you go, another boundary. So some real momentum. The Pakistan flags are waving.
That's a lovely shot. Shots flowing, runs flowing at the SCG.
और बैटिंग की बैटिंग की बदौलत पाकिस्तान ने फाइनल में अपनी जगह पक्की कर ली है और अब बारी इंडिया की है। इंडिया पर दबाव होगा, जैसा कि विक्रांत मेरे सहयोगी लगातार आपको जानकारी दे रहे हैं। लेकिन आपको बता दें, आज खेले गए सेमीफाइनल में ओपनर बाबर आजम जिन्होंने 53 रन बनाए और मोहम्मद रिजवान जिन्होंने 57 रन की ताबड़तोड़ बैटिंग की है, दोनों ने 105 रन की ओपनिंग साझेदारी की। पूरे के पूरे टूर्नामेंट पर दोनों की ही ओपनिंग पर सवाल खड़े किए जा रहे थे, लेकिन आज सवाल खड़ा करने वालों पर इन दोनों ही बैट्समैन ने अपनी बैटिंग के जरिए उन्हें करारा जवाब दिया है। और इसी सवाल के साथ आपके पास आते हुए विक्रांत, जो ओपनिंग ये दोनों बैट्समैन जिनका रिकॉर्ड हम दिखा रहे हैं, चाहे वो मोहम्मद रिजवान हो या फिर बाबर आजम, दोनों की ओपनिंग को लेकर लगातार इस टूर्नामेंट में सवाल खड़े हो रहे थे क्योंकि उस तरह का प्रदर्शन वो नहीं कर पा रहे थे। लेकिन आज जब दबाव सबसे ज्यादा था, उस समय 100 से ज्यादा रनों की ये जो साझेदारी है जिसने पाकिस्तान का टिकट फाइनल के लिए पक्का कर दिया।
चित्रा, अगर ये 152 की बजाय 175 रन होते तो शायद आपको बाबर और रिजवान मैच विनर्स नहीं दिखते। दोनों ने रन नहीं बनाए, ये सब जानते हैं, और दोनों किस तरह से बैटिंग करते हैं ये भी सब जानते हैं। ये शायद 150, 152, 160, 165 के लिए इनकी गेम सूट करती है। क्यों? क्योंकि ये तेज नहीं खेलते हैं बहुत, ये रिस्क फ्री क्रिकेट खेलते हैं। ये अपने तो पाकिस्तान में उनकी बड़ा क्रिटिसिज्म होता है, लेकिन इनको ये सूट कर गया ना, 152 रन इनको सूट कर गए। यही अगर न्यूजीलैंड ने 175, न्यूजीलैंड ने तो पहले बैटिंग की है, और अगर आप सिडनी क्रिकेट ग्राउंड देखें, ये पिच देखें, कंडीशंस देखें, ये रन बनाने की विकेटें थी, ये इस पर रन बनने चाहिए थे, तो बाबर रिजवान को वक्त मिल गया। अब अगेन दो बातें होती हैं, एक ये कि जिस दिन मैटर कर रहा था उस दिन बाबर और रिजवान ने रन बनाए हैं, उन्होंने मैच जिताया है। दूसरा, चूंकि उन्होंने रन बनाकर मैच जिताया है, अब वो फाइनल में भी डेंजरस होंगे। अब उनका जो कॉन्फिडेंस था, वो कॉन्फिडेंस कभी कभी क्या होता है, 5-5, 8-8, 10-10 मैच में वापस नहीं आता, कभी एक ही मैच में वापस आ जाता है। और पाकिस्तान के लिए वो एक मैच आज था, बाबर के लिए, रिजवान के लिए वो एक मैच आज था, क्योंकि ये सेमीफाइनल था। तो उनके रनों ने उनको ये वर्ल्ड कप फाइनल की टिकट दिला दी, बी और फाइनल के लिए भी देखिए आप वो बिल्कुल तैयार है। सो मेरे कहने का मतलब यह है कि न्यूजीलैंड ने बड़ी साधारण बिलो पार क्रिकेट खेली है। न्यूजीलैंड की टीम जो हमेशा आईसीसी टूर्नामेंट्स में अच्छा खेलती है, कभी फाइनल खेलती है, कभी सेमीफाइनल खेलती है, कंसिस्टेंट क्रिकेट खेल कर आए थे, उनसे आप बेहतर उम्मीद करते थे
जी।
मुझे फिर वही 4 विकेटें गिरी हैं आपकी, 20 ओवर खेल गए आप 20 ओवर में 4 विकेटें गिरी हैं आपकी, सिर्फ 3 विकेटें जल्दी गिर गई थी। या तो आप ऑल आउट हो जाते या फिर आपके रन होते। सुनील गावस्कर जी आ रहे हैं मेरे साथ, मैं उनसे भी ये चीज जानूंगा, बिकॉज आपने रन तो लगाने हैं ना बोर्ड पे। आप सेमीफाइनल खेलकर 152 रनों में मैच जीत नहीं सकते। वो तो न्यूजीलैंड के लिए करिश्मा हो जाता तो शायद एक उम्मीद की किरण उनके पास होती, लेकिन चूंकि बाबर रिजवान को ये गेम सूट करती थी, उनको रिस्क लेने की जरूरत नहीं थी। वो 10 में अगर 50 भी लगाते तो भी वो जीत जाते। सनी भाई आ गए। सनी भाई, वही हम चर्चा कर रहे थे कि बाबर रिजवान जिस दिन मैटर कर रहा था उस दिन उनके रन आए हैं, और शायद उनको ये सूट करता था कि रन 152 है बोर्ड पे, अगर ये 170-75 होते शायद उन पे दबाव अलग होता।
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल, देखिए, क्योंकि फिर उसके बाद में आप सोचते कि 8 रन 9 रन की आपकी आस्किंग रेट बनती, तो 8 और 9 रन की जब आस्किंग रेट बनती है तो कोई ना कोई होता है, तो वो मतलब वो कोई भी अच्छा बल्लेबाज हो उस पर दबाव तो आएगा। यहाँ पे तो 7.5 की रिक्वायरमेंट,
कुछ भी नहीं है,
कुछ नहीं, 7.5 के पर दोनों। देखिए, क्रिकेट में और खास करके ये T20
बनाना बाकी है। आइए जल्दी से नजर डाल देते हैं किस तरीके से बाबर आजम और रिजवान ने अपनी पारियां खेली।
अच्छी टाइमिंग, बैकफुट से गैप में गेंद को धकेला, अनुशासन से भटके ट्रेंट बोल्ट लेफ्ट हैंड पे। सुनहरे पल रहते हैं हमेशा। 2007 का फाइनल रेसल होगा इस समय, रिजवान चौकों में डील करते हुए। टीम साउदी 4 रन, स्लो बॉल को पिक किया, वो बल्लेबाजी में विश्वास नजर आ रही। ऑन साइड पे हमेशा इंतजार करते हैं, बैक ऑफ द लाइन गेंद, खूबसूरत बल्लेबाजी, हल्का सा रूम मिला और जड़ दिया चौका। 153 रन चाहिए जीतने के लिए। लॉकी फर्गसन, पेस इस पिच पे, पेस बैट्समैन को पसंद है। आते ही मान चौके के साथ स्वागत फर्गसन का।
बैट्स पे एक और आसानी से पिकअप किया, स्क्वेयर की दिशा में डिप बॉलिंग।
तो देखिए, पाकिस्तान फाइनल में पहुंच चुका है और जिस तरीके से अब हम बात इसकी कर रहे हैं कि क्या वो सबसे बड़ा मुकाबला होने जा रहा है जिसका इंतजार सभी को रहता है। देखिए, आप कल दोपहर का इंतजार है, कल दोपहर 1:30 बजे एडिलेड में दूसरा सेमीफाइनल जो कि भारत और इंग्लैंड की टीमों के बीच होना है। उम्मीद इसी बात की जा रही है कि अब कल जीत और उसके बाद जो अगला मुकाबला होगा वो होगा महामुकाबला, जिस पर हम आगे भी चर्चा करेंगे विवेक।
जी हाँ, बिल्कुल। और वो महामुकाबला जो है सेमीफाइनल के बाद हम सबकी नजरें उसी पे है कि क्या भारत बनाम पाकिस्तान ये मुकाबला हो सकता है। हम सीधा इस्लामाबाद चलते हैं, जहां से हमारे संवाददाता हमारे साथ बने हुए हैं। हम बस ये पूछना चाहते हैं कि पाकिस्तान का जो जश्न है वो तो बन ही रहा है कि सेमीफाइनल में पहुंच गए, लेकिन किससे ज्यादा खुशी होगी कि भारत जो है पाकिस्तान के साथ फाइनल हो, उससे ज्यादा खुशी होगी दोनों देशों को?
देखिए, इससे ज्यादा खुशी कोई होगी नहीं कि भारत पाकिस्तान का फाइनल भी हो और पाकिस्तान वो जीते भी सही। देखिए, पाकिस्तान में सेंटीमेंट क्या होता है, पाकिस्तान में सेंटीमेंट ये होता है कि अगर पहला वर्ल्ड कप का मैच है और पहला पाकिस्तान इंडिया का मैच है, तो अगर पाकिस्तान वो जीत जाता है और वर्ल्ड कप हार जाता है तो भी कोई अफसोस नहीं, क्योंकि वो मैच जीत गया पाकिस्तान इंडिया से। और अगर यही चीज जो है वो फाइनल में होती है कि पाकिस्तान और भारत फाइनल खेलते हैं, वर्ल्ड कप का फाइनल खेलते हैं, तो इससे बड़ी बात और कोई होगी नहीं, क्योंकि इससे बहुत सारे स्कोर सेटल होंगे और इससे बड़ा क्रिकेटिंग इवेंट क्रिकेट के अंदर नहीं होगा। तो पाकिस्तान में भी यही है कि आज पाकिस्तान जीत गया। अब क्योंकि पाकिस्तान फाइनल में है तो पाकिस्तानी चाहेंगे कि इंडिया भी फाइनल में आए, क्योंकि हम इंडिया से एक मैच हारे हुए हैं पहले और हम उसका स्कोर भी सेटल करना चाहेंगे। और साथ ही जो है वो इसके साथ साथ ही अगर वो सेटल होता है तो वर्ल्ड कप भी साथ मिलेगा। इससे सोने पे तो सुहागा हो जाएगा पाकिस्तान, अगर ऐसा होता है तो।
जी हाँ, बिल्कुल। हम आपको पाकिस्तान के चाल में जो जश्न मन रहा है वो भी हम आपको बहुत जल्द दिखाएंगे। लेकिन कपिल पाजी, जो बात यहाँ हमजा कह रहे हैं कि स्कोर्स सेटल होना है, आपको लगता है वाकई में स्कोर्स सेटल होना है? क्योंकि इंडिया अभी तक इस टूर्नामेंट में बहुत सुपीरियर टीम रही है।
वो तो हम दुआ करते हैं कि इंडिया पहले फाइनल में आए, अगला मैच जीते, फिर स्कोर सेटल। इंडिया भी यही चाहेगा कि हम पाकिस्तान को वो जो दबदबा बनाया वो बनाए रखें। पाकिस्तान भी ये चाहता है कि वो इंडिया के साथ स्कोर सेटल करे। उस दिन कौन बेहतर खेलता उसकी चर्चा होगी, लेकिन उसके लिए पाकिस्तान ने अपना काम कर दिया, हिंदुस्तान ने बहुत सारी मेहनत करके वहाँ पर पहुँचना है, फिर उसके ऊपर बहुत चर्चा होगी। अगर ऐसा हो जाता है तो इससे बेहतर क्रिकेट कोई नहीं हो सकती।
अतुल भाई
बिल्कुल सही कह रहे हैं। मुझे लग रहा है कि पहले पाजी के सही कह रहे हैं, अगला स्टेप जो है उस पर ध्यान लगाना चाहिए। पहले आगे की आगे सोच रहे हैं, पर ये बात है इसमें स्कोर सेटल की तो बात ही नहीं है, क्योंकि फिर आप स्टैटिस्टिक्स में जाएंगे तो फिर पीछे तक जाना पड़ेगा। सेटल का भी स्कोर ये हुआ नहीं है। पर यह बात जरूर है कि अगर पाकिस्तान नहीं भी जीतता वर्ल्ड कप, तो अगर वो इंग्लैंड से हारे तो थोड़ा दुख कम होगा, इंडिया से हारेगा तो ज्यादा दुख होगा।